either.
I
didn't
liked
like
it.
the Madonna one, but I love. It was Madonna, wasn't it?
Yeah, then the first little room.
The first one.
The
Yeah.
Antonio
We are
Banderas.
live
The
again.
Antonio Banderas was good,
Dude,
but
those little
that one
kids,
was funny.
little shits, man.
Those
That
little
thing was so
motherfuckers.
funny. Little bastards.
So let you know we are live again. So we'll chit chat for a few minutes and let people pile in, and we'll get started.
But I went past that. I thought that was a real boring movie.
I liked it. I liked the last two. I liked the one with Antonio Banderas and the one with the finger, Quentin Tarantino and Bruce Willis. And I didn't like Bruce Willis's acting in that part. He was kind of getting on my nerves, but he was also
Tarantino,
uncredited.
when he makes a script, he goes in a hotel room and sits in a room by himself for like a long ass time.
Just
Have you ever
hammers
heard
it
that
out.
before? Yeah, that's what I heard. I mean, it was years ago when I heard that.
Oh.
But
What up, Chad?
what's the last movie he had?
It's out right now. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Once Upon a Time in
It's
Hollywood.
gotta be
And
good,
it's
right?
supposed to be really good. My wife actually watched it. She said it was fantastic, and she's not a Quentin Tarantino fan.
Something about his movies that you watch them, and then me personally, when I watch them, it seems like I have to watch them 40 times to really appreciate it. I love them.
There's a lot of like really long shots, and then
Yeah.
some like
His dialogue is well performed. It's just not my jam.
yeah. I like it for it takes a long time to tell a story. Like he really lets it cook, even in shots that are kind of unnecessarily long. Even when there's no dialogue and there may be some music playing and somebody walking down a hallway, and I like that. I don't know why. I do.
I just don't like his dialogue.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood's got an 85% on Rotten Tomato, 70% audience score. So not
Yeah,
bad.
I think I want to watch the Hateful Eight or whatever that Western one.
Hateful Eight's good.
It won an Oscar. I think it was for best sound, or best music. Say what?
Soundproof room.
Egg cartons.
She got the new and old Aladdin today.
Oh, you got to watch the old one, man.
I know. Well, that's what everybody's saying. You know how old I am? My 8th grade graduation was the Aladdin song. So whenever that movie came out was when I graduated 8th grade. Spoiler alert.
Wow.
I hated that effing song so much. I'm like, I'm never watching the movie.
You can cuss. It's okay.
That's true. We don't hold our tongues.
Dude, we were once talking about dragon dicks and dragon pussies apparently on here one day. It's okay. That was you. That was you.
Me?
Yes.
No.
You said you were listening to a new D&D podcast, and you're like,
it was.
I
100%.
you're like,
Yeah,
I
that
shit you not. 15 minutes into it, they were talking about, yeah,
big old dragon dongs.
Bam,
And there's big old receptacles.
Bama's already calling it out. Not supposed to say that word.
George Carlin?
Oh, my favorite comedian of all time.
Rip.
I missed a joke.
Was there a joke there?
I don't know.
George Carlin?
What? Yeah.
George Carlin has the 7 words you can never say.
Better not say Swan Games.
It doesn't say Swan Games. It says Swain.
Okay.
It was funny in the Twitch rivals. They're like, "How do you pronounce your name?" And I had a hell of a time struggling with it. I'm like, "How did I say it?"
English?
I said it's like,
Swain?
well, Miss Swain said it's like Twain with an S. I'm like, no, they're just gonna start calling me Stwain. And I'm like, I said it's like Wayne, but with an S in front of it. So like instead of Wayne's World, it's Swain's World.
Yeah.
But yeah, they didn't go to my channel anyway, so it didn't matter.
They did mention you. Your name was out there.
I did have the most interceptions of everybody
Actually,
in the entire.
I want to say I think they did go to your channel once.
I watched it.
Actually they did because I put it in chat when you were on there. I remember writing in chat that you were on the main channel right now. But it wasn't for long because next thing you know, 2 of the other big guys were playing each other and they were all that. So
Yeah,
There's my football.
Fridays are for football. Ironton Fighting Tigers. There you go.
Hell yeah.
That's it.
Swain, I'm gonna need your help with my fantasy football thing. I'm gonna have to get with you this week.
All over it.
Cool.
A
You
little
guys
late,
want a
isn't
fun
it?
story to ask me? Well, I don't know if you can talk about that on Twitch. Can you talk about gambling?
Sure.
We
don't
just
think you
can't.
I mean, you
can.
fucking stream loot boxes, dude.
True.
It's true.
If you guys remember, ask me about FanDuel and why I don't play it anymore. It's a really good
Oh
story.
boy. Dude. Well, you can talk about FanDuel when you talk about Madden.
I went from riches to rags
Oh god.
overnight. It was bad.
Hashtag Bills Mafia. Best YouTube videos I've ever seen.
I was looking to win 100,000 plus, and within like 5 minutes time went all the way from literally like $250,000 to I think it was $375. Sad man hours.
Out.
Always trying to ride the high, man.
All
Chris
right.
effing Johnson.
Suppose we should go ahead and get started here.
Start me up.
All right, chat. Thanks everybody for coming out. Just don't want you to think I'm ignoring you. All right.
Totally hashtag ignoring you.
Specific instructions.
From
not
this
to look
point
at chat.
on, yeah. Hey, I did not issue those instructions. Hey, that's nice. I got what had Vic on the cover? 04?
I've got
5?
It was
I've
04.
got 2K5 in my games folder somewhere.
I've got 2K5 over here behind me, and then I had just recently I found my wife found them at the Goodwill. Got like NCAA 04, 05, 06, 07, and Madden, I think 05, 06. It was whatever the one that has Vic on it was the one I really wanted, and they didn't have it, but
I'm gonna guess 05. Final answer.
I feel like 05 had Ray Lewis on it. They had that
04 was Vic. 04 was
Yeah.
Vic. I have it here. I have it listed in front of me.
Yep. Pull it up, Jamie.
I'm 0 for 7 tonight. How you guys doing?
I'm feeling pretty good, man. You don't bet anything, you can't lose anything.
This is true.
All right, we ready to get started?
Yeah, man.
Are you ready, Swain?
Born
Not too
ready.
nervous?
No.
You can always
I'm
get that
sweaty.
if you want. You can always get that microphone out of your face.
I have a beautiful fan right here that blocks.
Here you go.
I'll get right there.
Sounds good. Yep, Madden 05 was Ray Lewis and had the first hit stick, and also had that damn Tony Bruno show. Maybe that was 06.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, because 04.
I just remember it one year they went
I think
every time you hit somebody.
You might as well stop the show now. It's not going to get better than that. Holy shit.
I missed the ambulance on the field. Especially when it would run through people and it would like run over players to get out there to the player that was dead.
I picture it like it was it Tommy Boy when he's like, in comes the meat wagon, and I just picture the ambulance like turning like corners just to get over to the
I can never unhear that. Ever.
That was the last time I think it was that was Madden 98. It didn't matter if it was a 110-pound guy or a 500-pound guy. They all just went.
That sound effects going in this theme song.
Right.
Oh,
It
we
means
got a new
You
sub.
just let me know, man, because it's in here. I'll never
sounds-
forget it.
Oh, it's in
Straight
here.
up out of
Sure you-
Earthworm Jim, man. The thing that flies over the top and throws the trumpets at you every time you hit it.
Oh shit! Living room memory card full. Cool. All these cameras, they just record everything.
You need to change anything?
Everything.
Nope, I just press OK.
Okay.
I'm sweaty.
It's too
Yeah,
early.
we
to
started
be sweaty.
drinking.
Right? Ooh.
Should all do a shot before we get started.
Oh my god, I hate everyone.
Don't fall out of your chair.
Yeah. Oh,
It
I
takes a
ain't
lot
drinking
more
that
than one to do that.
much. Yeah.
You better tip that shit up too, Mr. Swain.
Oh man, I don't have anything to chase with. This is bad.
Don't be a bitch, man.
I start drinking beer.
You just gotta look at yourself like, I ain't no bitch, chef, and do it.
All right, give me a countdown, Zach. Don't forget to take notes, buddy.
I got it written down. 5, 4, 3.
Hello, you turkeys, and welcome to episode 40 of the SideQuest Gaming Podcast, a weekly podcast where four longtime friends get together and discuss video games, television, movies, pop culture, whatever else is going on with us. It's a show about everything and nothing at the same time. I am your host. My name is Wes, and as always, I am joined by TJ.
What up?
Zach.
Yo.
And Pascal could not be with us this week, so we have a very special guest. Whoa, that's a really little alert. His name, you all know him. You all hate, no, you love him. Superstar Twitch streamer, Madden streamer. My friend, his name is Swain Games. What's up, Swain?
Hi. Hi. Hi.
Hi. Oh, so how is everyone tonight?
Sweaty.
Sweaty.
I'm
It got
already
real hot
feeling the
real
heat in
fast.
my belly.
I wore a hoodie all day yesterday, and then I go outside this morning and instantly start sweating.
Dude, it was fucking 99 degrees here. In TJ's
Yeah.
truck, it was 105.
Yeah, I was pretty pissed.
Swain is the
Fuck
only
that
one here
truck.
without a
You
beard.
gotta get that air conditioner recharged, man. They sell kits. You just hook it up.
How was it in
Yeah.
California today?
I think the trick of living in California is you don't have a beard, so it reflects the heat.
Therefore, you do not get hot.
Where I live in the valley, it gets really warm. So boo-hoo. But you guys deal with humidity, and we do not. So props to
Everyone
you guys.
says that, and as a person who has spent some time in Arizona as well as Indiana, fuck the humidity. Hot's hot.
No, go to Alabama, motherfucker.
I went to Mexico, and it was only like 80 degrees, but the humidity was high, and I wanted to fucking die. I remember the literally the second coming out of the shower, drying off, and going outside and going, fuck this, I want to shower again. Like, it
My
was bad.
balls.
Yeah, it's bad, and it's dry heat here. It is literally dry heat here.
So how hot was it today?
I think I'm just a wuss then.
I think it's humidity. I give you a pass on that.
All right,
Yeah.
well, guys, it is. We got shit. What do we got? We got all kinds of stuff to talk about tonight. We're gonna skip our movie talk since Pascal is not here, and that was the movie that he requested. So you guys still have time to watch Black Christmas from 1974.
1974.
You know what?
And it is free on YouTube.
Yes. Interesting thing about that movie, I didn't like it that much. However, after I watched it, I found out that that was, I think, the first ever
Slasher film.
horror movie that was like a slasher film where you viewed the from the first person perspective of the killer, kind of like they do
Wasn't
it
that
in Friday the
impressive?
13th and whatnot.
Gotta save this.
No, go ahead. So for that, I was
that
like,
was so
okay, well, this is
impressive.
kind of trend setting, you know.
It was 4 years before Halloween.
Yeah, I got an interesting story about that too, but I'll save it for when we talk about it because there's some John Carpenter magic in there. But yeah, so we're gonna skip the chat on that movie tonight. You guys still have another week. You can watch Black
Get a
Christmas.
motherfucking hall pass.
Do your motherfucking homework and then participate in next week's show when we talk about it. And instead of that, we're gonna talk and have a little interview with Mr. Swain Games here. But before we do all of that, it is time to play catch up, which is a time where we tell everybody what we've been playing, what we've been watching, and basically what the fuck we've been doing over the last week or so. So, since Pascal is not here, oh no. Oh no, what?
I know where it's going. I know
Oh
where it's
yeah.
going.
I got a question.
Since
for you.
Pascal
Oh,
is
no.
not here,
Why am I so damn hot in here?
Warm up
What you know about money, girl?
You appearing the wrong way.
Girl.
we got
Subway 100 bonus 10.
yeah, I have to
gotta
turn those
reverse that.
alertsies off. Appreciate the bits, guys. In the plus 10. Yeah, so Pascal's not here, so we're gonna have to go to the resident Sasquatch. UJ,
Oh shit!
fuck you been doing the last? It's been 2 weeks.
That
So
guy.
what you been up to?
Oh man, I have been up to absolutely nothing. That's a lie. I've done a lot of stuff, but nothing really noteworthy that we want to hear about on here. We watched a few movies. Still finishing out my Supernatural. Still enjoying it. I'm pretty much caught up to it being on cable at this point. I think I got like maybe 5 episodes left of season 14, so I still like it. I still think it's a great show. We watched a movie and almost didn't finish the movie, and I was really bummed. But Immortal Engines, I had such high hopes because I like the steampunk era. I sort of like all that, but man, I don't know if it was acting or if it was because it was the same people that did, I think,
Isn't
The
it
Hobbit.
Peter Jackson? It was Peter Jackson,
I think so. And he did no.
the Lord of
Yeah,
the Rings guy.
Yeah. Lord of the
Yeah.
Rings, but it was like they tried to. I don't know, like some of the background stuff. Like, I just
What is this? Give me
looked
some
so
background
real.
on it.
Looked fake.
Giant cities built on the backs of giant tanks, basically, that drive around.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
Yeah. So and London's trying to take over everything and make not America great again. And so like you got all these little mini tanks making up a city. Then all of a sudden, big London tank comes driving at them, and they all like just go their separate ways like cockroaches and try to outrun it. Eventually, it catches up with like a little town and eats it. And then they put the people to work, and it was real. I don't know, man. I didn't like it.
I don't remember the name of it, but it's real similar to an anime I watched a long time ago on Netflix that had kind of the same concept.
Gotcha.
Mankind couldn't stay in one place because the Earth was
I'm gonna say
fucked up.
conceptually, it just sounds stupid.
The anime
Yeah,
wasn't bad, but
Yeah, I don't know. I gave it a 4 nugs. I was going to give it a
awful
3, but
this game.
yeah, I went back to it. I think we were all on that same page, hopefully.
So it's better than
Um,
4 Rooms.
Oh, definitely better than
There's
4.
not gonna be much we're gonna watch, man. It's gonna be worse.
And some of the stuff it was just like in the London big tank that was rolling around. They had like a museum, and they were finding like old artifacts from like America. So they were trying to keep up with the old times. Like they found a toaster, and that was like the highlight of the day. Could you imagine just finding a toaster and being like, "Yeah, fucking toaster"? I just put a fork in it.
I mean, I do that in Fallout when I find a toaster.
It's like that.
Maybe I'm drinking, but what the fuck kind of movie are you watching about tanks and cities on their back? What the
Oh,
hell?
man.
Like, there's too much shit out there to watch. What are you doing?
That's what I do.
How did
man.
you? How
I
did
go
you end up
through-
with that one?
I think with that one, Amazon. Maybe it was free on Amazon Prime, and it happened to be like one of the first ones that showed up.
Gotcha.
So I was like, oh, well, this has to be popular if people are watching it.
Yeah, Fatty Lop's popular too.
So I think that's all we watched. I played some Call of Duty, nothing new there. I rage quit a few times, so that's definitely nothing missed out.
World War
of 2 years
II
not playing.
Call of Duty.
Yeah, Call of Duty.
Hey, you had fun last night.
How old is that game?
2 years.
Is it only 2?
It's
That shit's still $60.
What?
Wow.
The Call of Duty
crazy.
games are ridiculously expensive still.
So I was thinking
Yeah.
about getting it. Come play with you guys. Get McKenna in there.
I would just wait till
Just
the
wait
new
for the
one.
new. Just wait for the new one.
Like, the
Yeah,
new one.
I think we're all getting the new one. So
I think I'm gonna end up buying it twice. Actually, I think I'm gonna get it on PC, and I think I'm gonna get it on the Xbox.
Did you guys ever play the zombies?
I never got big
the
into it, but
zombies.
I know a couple people that do, and it's actually a lot deeper than I ever thought it was.
See, I have a quick rant about Call of Duty, not to get off topic or
No, go for it.
take too long to talk about this, but
No, go ahead.
I think it was Modern Warfare 1 was like probably my all-time favorite shooter game. I don't even know what game it was, but I describe it as Call of Duty 4. It had the black and green cover on the front. It was very simple. You had all these maps, 6-on-6, or you had the 8-on-8, and you get 3 kills, you get a UAV, you get 5 kills, you get a airstrike, 7 chopper. That's it.
Yeah, that's
And it was
Modern
it was
Warfare.
very MP40 was, or MP5, excuse me, was the gun you wanted. But it was very simple, and it really separated good from bad. There was no, there was really no. It's very rare to play in a match where you thought, okay, this guy's way better than I am. You either played well or you didn't play well. And then they had the zombie mode, which was just equally as good, where it was simple.
They had zombies in that game?
I don't remember. I thought Black Ops
not
was the
in
first
not
one
in
I
Call
had
of Duty
personally.
4. The
Okay.
very next year is the first year they did it. That was the World at War.
World at War. Yeah.
And it was simple and it was fun, and you just, oh my god, I got to round 12 killing zombies. It was fun. And ever since, I want to say, whatever year they had the nuke, that would have been, God, what game was that? Was that Modern Warfare 2 or 3? It had to have been 2. But they came out with Call of Duty, and it's like you can jump on walls and you can get 8 kills, and for whatever reason it changed from being, if you're good at the game, like it'll show, to you're only as good as your team is. And if you're playing with a couple of idiots who just run out there and throw grenades each time and die, you're literally just fighting airstrikes. Modern Warfare 2. You're fighting airstrikes the entire time, or you're fighting, anything else that the team gets, and it just ruined it. And I was so excited to play zombies. I want to say a couple years ago, whatever game came out, and it's like, what are they doing? Like, you literally have to do all these different things to just play the zombie game now, and it just, I don't know, it just ruined it. I'm so
Crazy complex now, isn't it? Like, you start off in one room, but then you have to go do an objective over here, come back and do an objective
It's
over
daunting.
here.
Like I don't play the zombies because I don't feel like it's very accessible, because I'm like, it's almost like it's too much for me to learn, and it's I don't know, it's more so maybe like, is that a time investment type thing? Like, I want to go in here and play for 30 minutes. I don't want to like do the same thing over and over trying to figure out how to open a door for 30 minutes,
Yeah.
I think that's exactly what it is. I think I joined a couple random lobbies one time just to check out zombies, and everyone just expected you to know what to do, and I had no clue.
I'm like, I don't
And
know
there
what
was
this
no help.
fucking teddy bear or monkey with the tambourine means.
Right?
And apparently it's significant though. I still don't know what it means.
I was watching some random streamer the other day playing zombies, and he was it looked like the Roman gladiator type era, and he's fighting fucking zombies that are 5 times the size of a normal zombie, and he's shooting it with like 5 magazines. It's like, this shit's terrible. What are they doing? Anyway,
That's why I'm sort of excited for the new one.
I heard,
especially like, go ahead.
No, you're good. Go.
Oh, no, I was that 2-on-2. Everybody starts out with the same gun, same like
See,
sidearm,
they had that.
same.
That's the same. They've had that mode. It's just been 1-on-1.
Right, but now you're gonna have it 2-on-2, so you can play with a bro.
True.
And you can find out who's the best. Like Rainbow Six Vegas, Rainbow Six 2-1. I felt like those were games where you were good. Like Call of Duty, I can
Speaking
go.
as the host,
That's right. Until you went to the other room and owned them with your raging bull. And
You guys only win because you got host advantage.
Yeah. So for those of you who haven't ever heard this story, that's how we met Zach. We had to ban his gun off of the map because I got tired of getting killed by it. So I said,
Nice.
"Fuck that guy."
right?
And
It
banned
used to
his
be all
gun.
explosives, and then they had to unban one of the explosives so I could.
Fucker. So then we just invite him to our team so we didn't have to put up with it anymore. And
Mhm.
And
And here we
you,
are, like
yep.
20 years later.
I didn't even know that.
unstoppable.
I do miss the Call of Duty lobbies, though. At the end of the game, you get to talk to the opponents.
Yeah.
I learned a
You
lot
wouldn't
of
miss them
curse
now.
words,
You
a
wouldn't
lot of
miss them now.
punchlines.
Oh, actually, I think that's actually. I'm sorry, I lied earlier when I told Swain Forza was the first time I got banned. It was not. It was a Call of Duty lobby that got me banned off Xbox Live.
Oh,
Do we want
God.
to
But
talk
we
about
can't
what
go
you
there.
said?
No, we cannot talk about what I said on stream or on anything. I can tell you guys later.
That was pretty. No, I know what you said. It was pretty bad.
I don't know if I've ever heard that.
Well, I can tell you later.
Yeah.
We'll just say it involved.
I'll leave it to you to release that information. I'm
a
not.
tennis racket and unborn children.
Oh, Jesus.
You can't go. There's no good places to go with that.
Nope. So,
Oh.
anyways, that
Sounds
gets
like
you
a Call of
banned off.
Duty lobby is what it
Yeah.
sounds.
And if you want to even be a bigger badass and argue with Xbox Live over you didn't really say it and get to hear them play back what you said to yourself, you just accept it at that point. I manned up and said, "Your guys are right. I deserve that." So,
And is that how your D2D2 became a thing?
no. Your D2D2 became a thing because sorry. Your
Horse
D2D2
piss.
came along because horse piss kept getting banned because I think we were doing so good they just got pissed off and just started like reporting my name. So then it went from horse piss to horse
thought-
piss with a 1, horse
I
piss
thought
with
horse
2
piss
2s.
was gamer chick.
Mm-mm.
Are you sure? When I started playing it, 100% was.
Well, because I think he'd gotten it unbanned, but he had
Okay.
made
Yeah.
another
Okay.
account.
So then we tried every which way to spell it with numbers, letters, and it just kept getting banned over and over. So we finally then parted ways from doing a horse pisses both of us to I got my own account and became Euro D2D. She got her own account and became Hot Gamer Chick.
And horse
AKA
piss was
11-year-old
gone
boy.
forever.
Yeah.
Commonly
Yeah.
referred to as Hot Gamer Chuck.
Yeah, Hot Gamer Chuck.
I bet you're not
10-year-old
even
boy.
a girl.
Yeah.
Good old.
Oh, yeah. And then Gamer Chick ran around teabagging people, but she would call it a tea leaf since she didn't have bags. So tea leaf people.
Oh my god.
Oh man. But yeah, I think that's we did some D&D. I don't know if we'll discuss that a little bit later,
Whenever.
or I don't want to jump into it right away. So we play D&D. As you guys know, my character's Rogar, now known as Puff of Dust.
Dead
He has been
motherfucker.
annihilated, but we'll get into that after we get done with everybody, and we'll go into it. I honestly don't think I did anything else. No, that was it. I was super boring again.
Stop being
I'll
so
try to play
damn
some more games.
boring.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I let you guys down. But with that being said, it's time for Zach to pick us all back up.
Man, I don't know if I'm going to be doing a whole lot of picking up. I haven't watched any movies except for Black Christmas because I thought we were talking about it tonight, but we're not. So hold off on that. I've watched bits and pieces of The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel again, that Amazon show. I still think you should watch it if you have spare time. It's actually really funny. They do a good job with it.
Miss Basil?
Yeah, Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
Maisel.
It's set in the 50s, and she's a housewife. Her husband cheats on her, so she leaves him and becomes a stand-up comedian, taking his dream from him.
She should grow a city on the back of a tank.
That's right.
I
And
think
then
that's
roll
where it's
over all
going.
men.
Actually, I think this is the prequel. So I did that. Played D&D. I've been doing a little bit of prep work for D&D, working on everybody's backstories a little bit, trying to tie it all in. I played a lot of Slay the Spire. Actually, I put a lot of time into that. That is I think I talked about it last time, but a deck building game. You start off as one of 3 characters and you ascend a tower and fight monsters and bosses and try to get to the 3rd level and finish it. Once you beat it with all 3 characters, you can do it over again on harder difficulties. I have yet to beat a harder difficulty. I've lost probably 30 or 40 times at this point. It's addicting. You get different
check it
cards, you
out.
can do different builds. It's on Game Pass right now. So definitely give that thing a go. It's pretty cool. I've been playing some Total War, getting ready for the new DLC that comes out tomorrow, where they're adding 2 new legendary lords and a bunch of other stuff. My fish tank's going well. I wasn't sure about it. I bought some CO2 for it, stuck that in there. I can see the grass is growing now. I've got some offshoots going to the sides of the tank. I'm really pumped about that. I think I'm going to get the shrimp soon. I'm going to buy some more plants and hopefully have shrimp in there by next week, I think. Yeah.
What does
pretty
a
pumped.
fucking shrimp look like alive?
Have I not shown you pictures?
He missed out on that. I swear
You
to God,
missed
we
out
talked.
on that.
Like,
I thought we
there was
talked
all
about that for
kinds
a
of
while.
I'll find out.
Yeah, I'll send you some pictures later. They're crazy though. They come in all different colors. There's some that are red, there's some that are blue, there's some that are black, white and black, clear blue, green, orange, yellow, all this shit. And they're freshwater shrimp, and they're supposedly pretty hardy, and they breed like crazy. Yeah, I am 100% going to show you pictures of that because I'm super pumped about it. I think that's all I've done. I've been playing more Vermintide. I've just been playing the same stuff over and over again. I'm really stuck in this whole Warhammer world lately. Warhammer and Dungeons and Dragons. I'm becoming a bigger nerd every year.
I'm
It's
digging
official.
it.
I bought my first D&D starter kit. I'm like official legit nerd now.
Yeah, he is. Dice and everything, and a rule book. You're gonna have to start running stuff for your.
Look, you even put him in the fart.
I put him in the fart
so he has
jar.
to Smell.
Ugh.
Ain't nobody
That's
shit in that
nasty.
jar in like a year. It's okay.
Yeah, but have you washed it?
Yeah. Good
Oh.
God, yeah.
I don't believe you.
I don't either.
Yeah, wasn't.
Yeah. He said, "Yeah."
Time cures all.
That's true. I think I'm gonna have to give it up here. I think I'm gonna have to go on and hand it over to you, Wes. I'm boring this week.
I am boring too. I watched let's see. I know I watched a movie, I can't think of what it was besides the Black Christmas. But I watched a lot of Superstore. Still enjoying that show. I like it a lot. I'm in the middle of the second season, almost to the third season. Being as I work in retail, it's therapeutic, I guess, sometimes. And I watched 2 Dave Chappelle stand-up shows that came out on Netflix recently, and nothing really special to speak of, but they were funny as fuck. They did have he did talk about the 4 times he met O.J. Simpson in one of them, and that was pretty hilarious. Subtone. Other than that, that's about all I watched. Games. I played a lot of Madden. You know, it's funny. I say I played a lot of Madden because that's what I played most of, but what I really did is sit at a screen and stare at my team, try to figure out things to do. Gameplay wise, I don't get a whole lot done. But it's mostly Ultimate Team, and I'm still hooked on it, still having a really good time with it. I need to give it up so I can play some other things and move on. Just can't. It's kind of got its hooks in me. So I think I'll get to a point where I'm happy with my team and be like, okay, I'm done. Then they'll come out with some new stuff, and I'll be like, fuck, I gotta go do some new stuff. But I'm so far away from completing all the solo stuff that's out there now. It'll probably take me 6 months just to do that. But I did play another game, and
Oh,
kind of made me shit my pants. Not really, but
that's what the fart jar is for.
yeah. I know it wouldn't have fit in there. So, I played free on Games Pass Blair Witch game.
Oh. Is it Ultimate Games Pass or just Games?
Just Games Pass. I mean,
Okay.
what's at this point? What's the difference? If you're gonna get one, you might as well get the other. If you got a PC. But no, it was Games Pass, and it was for the Xbox One. Blair Witch, I guess it takes into account lore from all 3 of the movies. I didn't even realize there were 3 Blair Witch movies.
I didn't either.
When I first started playing it, my first kind of opinion of it was that it's kind of shoddy, shoddily made, like it doesn't feel good. Presentation was okay. Some of the cutscenes look really good, and then some of the regular graphics look really shitty. But you know, whatever. I figured I'd give it a try. And where the game really shines is when it gets dark, and you don't notice how good the graphics in the dark are because you just got your flashlight spinning around, and the trees looks pretty fucking realistic in the dark. Game is not bad at all. If you like Blair Witch, if you like horror, I would definitely recommend playing it. I'm on chapter 8 of 17 so far.
I have a question.
Sure.
Does our theory still stand
What was the theory?
that it's you?
I don't know. I haven't played since then.
Oh, okay.
I think I'm definitely doing something weird that I don't know about, but I think there's like shifts in time. It's weird. I don't know what the hell it is, but from what I've heard, the game is really good in the beginning. and then it kind of fades off in the middle, and then it's really strong at the end too. So we shall see. They're putting a narrative together, and I'm still kind of guessing as to what the fuck's going on. They keep adding more and more shit. Some of the stuff is some backtracking that I'm doing right now that I don't like, and going and collecting stuff to make something else work, kind of like a puzzle. It's kind of annoying, but it's going to be worth it in the long run, the story, because I think the story's worth it. So exceeding expectations for sure so far. So that's all I have done. So I guess what we're going to do is we're going to pass this question on to Mr. Swain, and we're going to ask him what he's been playing this week and any TV or movies that he's watched this week. And then we're going to get into some a little interview and talk to him for a little bit.
So I actually went back, played with Tone, actually. I played Apex on Saturday. It was a very, very nice break from the Madden grind. We ended up winning 4 games in a row. We had an absolute blast. And then I went, shockingly, of all weekends, for me to just randomly play other games. Played Don't Starve together. I don't know if you guys ever played Don't Starve. Fantastic game. And fun trivia for you guys. The very first game I ever streamed was for my cousin. I was playing Don't Starve. And I was so good at that game that I actually built a chessboard, a football stadium, a baseball field. We built a golf course. I mean, you go into a lower level where there's these nightmare creatures, and I had everything in the game. I actually got bored of it. I got so good at it. And it took me hours, and I mean hours, to get decent at that game.
We built a giant pyramid in Minecraft. Huge.
Minecraft. So
watch it, buddy.
On survival mode.
You play Minecraft with us, you'll have fun, I promise.
I don't know. It's too blocky for me. It's just... I feel, you know what? I feel like a guy told me that Don't Starve is Minecraft for adults, and I don't know why. I feel like I agree with that. And then we also played Dead by Daylight, which I've always loved. Dead by Daylight. It's just as a content creator, there's games I can stream, there's games I can play, and there's certain games that if I'm playing Dead by Daylight, I have no idea what chat's doing. I am focused on the game. It's hard for me to read. Props to Dead by Daylight streamers. Same thing with Apex streamers, and it was really nice to get a break from Madden, but the whole time I'm sitting there going, God, I could be making so many coins right now, and I'm missing out on solos, and it's weekend league, and oh my God, I'm stressed out. I got to get back and play. Movies, I finished Entourage. I've watched it about 15 times now.
The entire series?
Absolutely love that show.
Movie?
Yeah, the entire. Well, I had been watching. When I go to sleep, I try to watch something to fall asleep, and Entourage just ended up in the list. I have officially watched The Office too many times. I cannot watch The Office anymore. I think I need at least a 10-year break from The Office. I get to where I'm like, I want to watch The Office again, and I can't do it.
How many people in here have watched The Office and chat?
If you haven't watched The Office, stop watching Twitch for a month and watch it. Damn,
I've not watched one fucking episode of The Office. I think I watched half of one and was just like,
so good.
I've seen parts.
So
I've never
good.
watched a whole episode.
I love The Office.
It has everything. It really, really does. It's just a very, very good show, and I think it's one of those shows that you're gonna watch it with high expectation and go, why do people like this? And then it'll start to grow on you. It really is just an amazing show. One of the best all time for me. Top 3 easily for TV shows. And then I just randomly, for no reason whatsoever, started watching the Hunger Games again. I don't know why. I just randomly.
I know why.
Why is that?
that ass.
J-Long.
Booty. That booty. And you know what's funny, and I bring this up, when I watched it the first time was whenever it came out, pre-pickle. I was like, these kids are little bitches. When I was 13, I would have killed them all. Now, I think when you have children, you get this amount of sensitivity. You just absorb it, and especially if you have a little girl. I was really into it. I'm like, these poor kids, that little girl, oh my God. So I fell asleep watching it, which is per usual when I watch shows at night. I need to go back and watch it. Outside of that, that was pretty much games, movies. That was my week. I want to bring up a quick story for you guys. You're talking about D&D. I never played D&D. I did play Magic.
Okay.
My cousin got me into it when I was 12 years old, which was a very long time ago. I didn't have beta. I didn't have alpha or beta. I had the next year. So whatever you call that. But I had all these really good Magic cards. So this would have been, Jesus, a long time ago.
89.
I was 12. Yeah, I mean it was definitely late. It was definitely early 90s. I'm gonna guess 90, 91, somewhere around there. And I had all these Magic cards, and I never played anymore because I moved away from where my cousins lived, and nobody that I moved to played it. And when I graduated high school, my mom called me. She worked at the school and said there was a kid with developmentally disabilities who was adopted, and their house burned down in a fire. And this kid had everything he owned from his prior family and everything he loved burned in the house fire. But he loved Magic. So I'm in college. I'm doing college type things. I'm having fun. Last thing in the world I'm doing is playing Magic. My mom calls me and tells me about the story. He's, the kid's developmentally disabled and he lost his home and everything he owned. And he really liked that card game. My mom phrased it as the stupid card game you used to play. Because I used to tell my mom, like, I got to get a booster pack. Can I mow the lawn for 2 hours and you give me a booster pack? So just being a nice guy, and I didn't care, I gave this kid all the Magic cards I had. And I remember it was about 15 plus years ago, randomly at a job site, a guy was talking about Magic, and I overheard him. I go, "You play Magic? That game's sold?" And the guy's like, "No, it's valuable now, and you get all these great things from it, all this." And I'm like, "You have got to be shitting me." And I didn't. I had one Black Lotus one time. It was beat to shit, but I had literally, guys, thousands of dollars in cards. I think it was year 2 or 3 Magic cards I had. And I like to imagine that this kid was smart enough to recognize that and sell them. Hopefully he drives a Lambo or something crazy. But when you talk about D&D, I cringe. Any board game with cards, I cringe because I think about that kid getting all those Magic cards of mine. They would have been so well protected and cared of, dust-free, lint-free. I had them. Anyway, I had to bring that up. Other than that, that's all I did this last week.
Kooky just brought up Garbage Pail Kids in chat.
Oh,
I used to collect those motherfucking cards. Shit was nasty. And it was so awesomely nasty. You wanted to open it. I want to see what's next. And you look at it and you're like, ooh, that's awesome. Look at that booger.
And I also lied. I left out a show, if you guys don't mind, if
Go
I
for
let
it.
you know. Sharp Objects.
Oh, you have to talk about that. It's spoilerific time unless Swain wants to watch that show. I don't care to talk spoiler. Oh God! All right. Well, I don't think we rated it when you watched it. Did you, Zach?
I rated it. Watch that shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
100%. If I'm gonna give it a nug rating, I give it like an 8. It's awesome. It's so good.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I know I talked to Wes about it at work, but I also know, I think on D&D night I talked to you, Zach, and I was pretty stoked when my answer was right from like episode 2 or 3.
You didn't mention that to me.
Oh, I didn't.
No,
I thought
you didn't.
He called it after the second
Tyler was
episode.
like,
Yeah, he did.
time out. I thought I remember Tyler would be like, "No, I've not finished it yet."
Then maybe we didn't talk about it at all. I don't remember, man.
Yeah. Well,
Drinks were had.
Oh yeah, no, I totally get it. But yeah, called the whole.
How about the reveal for it right there?
Yes, the reveal was the best part. Like the reveal,
just hanging out.
Yeah.
Oh look, she threw this thing away from this girl she just murdered. What's inside of here? Oh, fucking teeth.
Yeah.
What?
Don't tell mom.
Oh man, don't tell
Right?
mom.
Don't tell mom who's in
Like
jail.
now, that whole thing blindsided me. The whole mom thing, I didn't even see that coming with her poisoning and
being a Munchausen's by proxy mom.
Yeah. I did not see that coming at all.
See, I saw that one coming pretty early. That one I picked up on with her sister.
But yeah, the whole, I think after about either episode 2 or 3, I told a couple people, I was like, it's her half sister and the friends, and then they started putting it together.
Now that book was written by the same person that wrote Gone Girl, I believe.
I think you're right. I like Gone Girl. That was
Never
pretty
watched
good.
it.
I liked it too. I liked it. I did like it.
Need to watch it. I hear I need to read it, but that
Wes
ain't gonna
don't
happen.
read.
I listen to books.
I listen to sound effects. That's what I think about reading. Me read.
All right, so how many nugs did you say?
I said 8.
Okay.
I concur. I wanted to put it up at a 9, but
I think
there
I
were
went
some
with 9.
things. Yeah, there were some things that drew me back off of 9, and I can't remember what they were. I wanted to talk about them, like why I wouldn't give it a
We
9.
gotta get a notebook down, and we gotta write our
Yes.
notes down when we watch stuff.
That'll happen one
We're
day.
too old for this shit.
That's probably lies.
You work
coming
at a
out of
place
my-
that sells notebooks,
I know, and they go on clearance, so I have no excuse.
right?
In
It's after
pens.
school, back to school season, man. Get that shit cheap.
I'll give you my PO box.
There you go. Sometimes I get them like 10 cents. Oh, notebook.
Throw it in the trash.
What did you think you were asking? When we talked about it, Nugget, you were trying to find out about the iPod.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, they showed what the iPod was
yeah.
all about. I thought it was going to be from her real sister. Like I thought maybe because I know they showed her sick at a young age, but I assumed maybe she had grown up some before something bad happened to her. So I thought it was that. But then they came back in and showed that it was the little roommate that she had met in whatever place she was at.
I kind of want to ask you guys what your thoughts of the husband throughout that show were.
Complicit?
Complicit or
Totally.
He knew.
Yeah. He knew. He knew when he went into the kitchen there.
And
at
she
the
was
end,
crushing
and
up the
she's mixing
pills.
them up, crushing up the pills and making it. And he's like, "Oh, they sick?" And she's like, "Yeah, I gotta get them the medicine." And he's like, "Well, why don't you just take it easy on them?
yeah, don't overdo it.
Don't overdo it." He knew.
Yeah. I was trying to think of like a syndrome, like
For him,
what is the name? Yeah, like almost like the syndrome that kidnappers do. Like I'll murder your family, I'll leave you, I'll never love you, and it sort of makes them stay with the kidnapper willingly. And I can't remember what that
you're
syndrome
killing
is.
me with that right now.
Stockholm syndrome,
named after the people who were captured in Stockholm
Yeah,
by the
so
terrorists.
like she didn't capture him, but like using the
He's
whole.
gonna fire.
It's
Gotta
on.
pee.
The house is down. Oh, the whole like
I mean, it could be true.
I don't know, like it's hard to say that one, but I mean, she could have used her downstairs, held that against him, and he sort of was like, "Well, I don't want her to leave
She
me."
did. She did use that against him.
So I could almost see that being like him getting out of
Do
it.
you need anything else from me tonight? No, just go sleep on the couch.
Yeah.
Bam.
So that, yeah, I could
My
see him
police
getting
officer
out of
lover
that,
came by.
Yeah.
and everybody knew about that, even his
Uh-huh.
own wife, even the police officer's wife. She
Right?
kept looking at him at the little get together, like he's over staring at her, and she's like, "I will fuck you up."
Get your
What was
hand
with the
out of that cookie
fans?
jar.
They always
hot
looked
in
at a fan,
Mississippi.
and there was always but you would look, the air conditioners going, but they're all got fans going, and they were sweating all the time.
It's hot, man.
If you go down south, man, a lot of people live like that. They'll have windows open all the time with window units and fans going. It's
Gotcha.
just so dreary. I think it kills like big type air conditioner units. They just, especially in a big old house like that.
Maybe. I just always thought it was
I think
weird. Like
I think there was something going on with the fans though, symbolically in the show. I think the fans did something, but I without
also
having
was
it
at the
fresh in my head, I don't think I can.
Yeah, I also felt like she was poisoning everybody. Like I thought maybe that's why they were sweating. Like every once in a while they'd have a drink at her house and getting a small dose of the poison.
Oh.
Because like at one point, the second time I noticed it was in a car. Car windows were up, air conditioner was going, got out, sweat pouring off like face, neck, and I was like, why are they hot?
I don't know,
Like,
man.
it was-
Maybe they just old cars. My car's like I hop in, I drive somewhere, and I get out and I'm fucking sweating. 90 goddamn degrees outside.
Yeah.
My
And it's
wife's
humid.
car
I heard
air
that
conditioner
match.
broke in it,
It's
and
humid.
you don't want to. She won't even take my car. So,
But I digress.
yeah,
But yes,
it's a great show.
Definitely a good show. You guys should check it out.
Sharp
Definitely worth
objects. All right, so we're gonna talk to Mr. Swain here since he's back from his little road trip. Where'd you go, buddy?
Beer piss.
Beer piss.
Beer
The
piss.
best
One,
kind
two.
of piss.
Solid.
Actually, second best kind of piss.
What's the first?
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
You don't know. It's not my problem.
Snake piss?
Horse piss.
After
Horse piss.
after sex piss.
Don't cross the stream.
Shit goes everywhere. Anyway, so yeah, Mr. Swain, you got quite a crew in here tonight, and we've been wanting to have you on for a long time. It was kind of serendipitous that we had a member go on vacation, so you could just slide right on in there. You don't like the word serendipitous, Zach?
No, I'm fine with that word.
You just had this look on your face like, what? It's like, where are you
Yeah, I
going
told
with
not
this,
to
Wes?
Read the chat, and then I read the chat.
Oh, well, there you go.
Mm.
See. Anyway, so we're going to ask you some questions and find out who you are, because, you know, most of the people that listen or watch this know who we are, and honestly, most of the people that are watching right now know who you are, but they may not have ever actually had these questions answered. So I guess the first question, sir, I would like to ask is, how in the fuck, since you're a you're a big
Red trees.
yeah, since you're a big Madden streamer, how did you get into playing Madden in the first place? How did that develop from whenever you first started playing Madden? Tell us a story.
Definitely owed to my brother. He's a big sports fan. He is a human trivia god. You can literally, my brother drives me insane. It doesn't matter what sport it is, what time of year it is you see an athlete and the first thing he says, you know what college you went to? You know what college you went to? He knows every athlete, what college they went to. He's obsessed with the romance of sports, especially baseball. God, he loves baseball. I mean, he's obsessed with it. And my brother and I we're really good friends. I couldn't stand him most of the time, but anytime if it involved me hanging out with my brother, it had to be sports related. We could play ball, we could play basketball, and of course video games. It was always sports games. Double Dribble, we literally would not talk to each other for a week over Double Dribble on NES. But
Double Dribble.
Nice.
Double Dribble. Yeah, it definitely Madden when Madden came out. I mean, everybody loved Madden, so that was the game we played. We were diehard over. Oh my god, I'm drawing a blank. Tecmo Bowl, and then I feel like Tecmo Bowl just transitioned into Madden.
So you've been
Now,
playing Madden since it came
since
out.
day one. I showed it on stream. I don't know, last year sometime. I think I have 19 different Madden games on various systems.
About 10-yard fight.
I'm pretty sure I have 10-yard fight. I'm pretty
Joe
sure
Montana's football.
We had Joe
Bill
Montana.
Walsh.
My cousin got that on Christmas. We played the hell out of it. He actually talked to you. It was crazy. But yeah, definitely my brother was the reason. Sports games. And I've always been a football fan. Everybody knows most people know the story that I'm a Bills fan because my brother's a Giants fan and I wanted to root against him to be an asshole. And yeah, he won that bet. He's been winning that bet every year since 1991.
All right. Well, so been playing Madden forever, apparently. How did you discover Twitch, and what made you decide, hey, I want to actually not watch this. I actually want to participate. I want to create this content. I want to put myself in front of a bunch of people and open up and do this thing. What made you want to stream?
So definitely, like I mentioned earlier, Don't Starve. I streamed that one time, Don't Starve, and I had my 15 seconds of fame. I think I had, if I remember correctly, it was like 70 people watching me at one time.
Oh, damn.
And my friend Double D7, he was watching me. He loved watching me play. He still does. That's who I played Don't Starve together with on Saturday. He was like, dude, this is crazy. I gotta talk to people, because I was in that underground area just wrecking house, and people were like, is he cheating? Is he using a mod? Like, what's he doing? And he was literally spending time talking to people, and then it went really, really well, and then my internet crashed and I lost all of them. I had like five follows that day. And I stopped. I did it another time for like 8 hours, and I think I had 2 people watching and nobody talking. So I just kind of gave up on it.
How did you find it before that, though?
That was it. That was Twitch. I mean, this was years ago. You know, whenever Don't Starve came out was when I first started doing it. I never really watched Twitch. I had no idea what was going on. And I would say a little over a year ago, my cousin, his name on Twitch is Ragaz. We were playing Madden. He's always enjoyed watching me play. He hates football, but he likes watching because I'd get pissed off and yell and scream at people online. He goes, you know, this is really fun. I want to see how you do. I think I was playing Mutt Draft. No money spent at that time. That's a long time ago. It was about a year.
It's
and
a
a
lot
half
of money ago.
That was a lot of money ago. He goes, you know, like, oh, you should do this. And we played against a guy, and he was top 100, and we knew it. And I beat him, and he was like, holy shit, this is awesome. So he had about a 2-hour drive to get home, and he told me, he goes, do the like Twitch stream, and I can listen to it. I have unlimited data on my phone. I want to listen to you on the way home. So he was in there typing while I was driving, and you know, I was talking to him, telling him what's going on, and then I had like 3 viewers, and I was like, I remember having, oh my God, there's 3 people watching me right now. This is so cool. And they were talking to me, and I was talking to them, and I just kept going. And then for whatever reason that day, it seemed like people actually enjoyed watching me play. To this day, this very second, I still can't figure out why anybody would want to watch me play a game. I still don't. I never will. But it transitioned into about a week of me trying that, and then it just seemed like I started slowly picking up followers. You know, I'm like, this is kind of cool. And shortly thereafter, I met Afterburn, and Afterburn told me, he's like, you have potential as a streamer. This is fun. You should keep doing this. So I kept going, and within about a week or so, I picked up the affiliate status, and it's a year and a half later. Here we are. I mean, that's literally how it went down. I had no plan of doing it. It started off with my Ragaz's brother Macross. Same thing. Said, you know, you're having fun doing this, and you seem like you're kind of natural at it, which I still don't agree with. But he was like, if you want to do this, I will build you a computer. It won't be very nice. It won't be top of the line, but I'll build you a computer and get you upgraded. So we did that. And then, obviously, as most of you know, a few months ago, we raised money for an actual stream, and it's fun, man. I love it. I enjoy it. The idea of meeting people and having somebody to talk to. I mean, just the fact I'm with you 3 gentlemen tonight. I mean, this is fun, man. This is really, really cool. As much hate as Madden has, it's consistently has, and I guess for me as a gamer, the funny thing is, I don't feel like, Kooky hates when I say this, I don't feel like I'm that great at Madden. Am I better than average? Yes. I'm not a pro. I probably never will be a pro. I won't use a lot of the meta or the cheap shit on the game, but I enjoy the game. And it's frustrating to me when I push positivity, not because Madden needs positivity. I push positivity because I feel like that's a good life to lead. I try to surround myself with positive people, and I have a few friends and people I work with. They're fucking negative about everything. You go to work, and the guy's like, "No, somebody ate up all the bread," and it's just like, I don't want to hear about your negative shit today. I got enough shit I got to worry about. Keep it to yourself. And it frustrates me as a content creator, especially on Madden, is like, this game. If I'm gonna rate it, if you guys want me to rate it, I'll rate it. Like,
Sure.
there are some serious issues with this game. Content is very slow right now. Content is incredibly slow. They need to pick it up.
Specifically,
right
Ultimate Team.
Ultimate Team. This game should have you just locked in right now. You should feel like you are behind right now, that you have to get going. You have to get this card, this card. I feel like this is 30% of what last year was at this point. Now,
Oh, wow.
Kickoff comes off this week. That'll help. But I'm literally looking at my screen right now. There's nothing for me to do on this game. I have all the good cards. The solos, can I do them? Yeah. Do I need to do them? No. The house rules, they pulled house rules. I can go on and bitch and complain about the things they should be doing. The gameplay is an absolute wreck. There's glitches left and right. The thing is that this is every game you play. Name a game, I'll tell you things wrong with it. You can focus on the negative of every game you play, but the sad thing for me is I'm still having a blast. Like I feel weird that I'm not streaming right now. You know, like I want to get online right now, and there's so many things for me to do on the game, but I feel like this game has transitioned to more of a casual player like myself, where when I'm streaming I can't play it as much. All in all, I think Madden will be fine. I hope that they're making improvements each year. This game, I will get burned at the stake for saying this. This game is better than last year's.
In
This
what
game is
way?
better
I
than
think
2 years
so,
ago.
100%.
It seems like it's evolved. It seems like the animations are a little bit better. I feel more cheated by the people I'm playing than the game I'm playing. I mean, broken down is that last year, you know, you could see, unless I'm playing Kooky and he's running Pinch Buck Ho, I feel like they're making better adjustments this year as to we recognize things are wrong. We're on our process to fix it. Last year it was, oh, it's internet issue and our teams are working on it. This year they're like, hey, we know this problem. We're banning people. We're getting this thing figured out. It saddens me. And I made a, I don't know if you guys saw this. I made a Twitter post. And it's funny. I literally said nothing about the game being good or bad. All I said was that the Madden community is at a peak right now, and that I've never seen more involvement with community. Everyone's talking about it. Everyone's playing it. Even people like Wes are playing it. When's the last time you guys saw Wes play a game other than Madden? I guess he played Blair Witch, but
It's been
And
a while.
then I played Madden.
and then you play Madden.
That's
and it's
what
like,
I went 1-1 against 1v1 and 1-1 and lost one against Bama. Just saying.
Nice. Just saying. throwing it
Everybody
out
was
there.
like, you
But
can't do it. You couldn't beat her. You couldn't beat her.
I worry, and the whole reason for my tweet was basically to everybody take a deep breath, step back, and realize like we're playing the new Madden. It's finally here. Enjoy it because it's not going to last. And here we are at the decline. I feel like this game involvement is at a decline. I'm going to get back to when I'm one of very few people who are streaming this game year round, where you're going to see 300 total people on Twitch. If somebody in chat wants to look it up, I can't see chat. Tell me how many people are watching Madden 20 right now. I bet it's 5,000. Pretty soon it'll be 300. 300 people watching this game. So the very fact of the few times I did look, you've got 15, 20, 25, 30,000 people watching Madden. So as a content creator to see
1,300.
there's 1,300 people watching Madden right now. There you go.
That's not very much considering it's been out for what, a month?
I feel like my tweet was dead on, and rarely do I say this game's amazing. How dare you guys think this game's bad? No, there's a lot of things wrong with this game. The reality is I have fun, and I'm not faking it. If I didn't have fun playing this game, I wouldn't play it. If I didn't have fun streaming this game, I wouldn't stream it. There are so many other games that I'd like to play on stream, but I know what my viewers expect. I know what I have the most fun doing, so I'll continue to grind the game out. That was a very long answer to your question.
No, it's fine.
Very long.
I like long answers. There are other people. I have one particular host on the show that sometimes when I ask him a question, I get a, yeah, it's okay answer. So I'm not going to tell you guys which one it is. No, anyway, no.
Keep coming with the Q&A. I'll shorten them up.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
I have things I want to talk about. I have fun shit.
Good. So we peel back the kind of the veil here. You're actually approaching pretty quickly all your metrics to get partnership with Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
What currently, like, what is your current strategy to try to get there?
I don't think it's any secret among the Madden community that EA and Twitch, the people at EA that do Twitch streams, are really helping content creators this year. They're doing drops in channels. They're talking about them on their daily streams. They're doing a lot of that stuff. Unfortunately for me, I have not been included into that. The one part of me says, "Oh, pick me." The other part's like, oh, I'm glad I'm not doing it. I like the fact that I have to work hard for where I'm going and what I'm doing. I have a very, I hate to say it. It sounds arrogant, but it literally in my heart, I believe I have the best community on Twitch. Okay. Is that naive? Yes. There's some seriously good communities out there, but The favorite thing of me being a content creator and streaming is when somebody new comes into my chat and 4 or 5 of my mods and 2 or 3 regular people welcome that person. They say hello, how are you? Welcome to the stream. If you have questions, ask. I really genuinely have a very good community. To me it seems like every month, and you'll notice a lot I say we and not I, because I feel like this is our stream. The 3 of you are involved in that stream, whether you're there once a week, once a month, once every stream. To me, it's like I'm only as good as my community is going to be, and I'm only going to have as much fun as everybody else is going to have. So I don't want to go from 55 average to 110 average overnight. I'd rather get 2 to 5 a month, and that's exactly where I'm going.
How have you managed? It's kind of interjecting this in here in the middle, but how have you been able to kind of not take on the typical Madden Twitch type chat community where there's just a shit ton of negativity? Because if you watch a lot of Madden streams, you'll find out that it is just a minefield of toxicity. What makes your chat different? How have you become like immune to that?
I mean, the silly thing to say would be exclamation positive, because I do push positivity, but to me, the thing that kills me, and I'm not calling anybody out in particular, I'm saying this in general in life, is that if you're doing something you don't like doing, or you're playing a game you don't like playing, you're just gonna bitch about it, right? I will bitch about this game. Watch my stream. I bitch about this game a ton. I'm not saying don't bitch about it, but if literally you're just gonna bitch every single time something doesn't go your way, why are you playing it? It reminds me of my daughter, who's 25 feet away from me right now. When I tell Pickle to do a chore, she doesn't want to do a chore, and she'll complain about it the whole time. Daddy, I don't want to clean my room. I know you don't, honey, but you got to clean your room. You don't have to play Madden. If you don't want to play Madden, don't play Madden. If you don't want to play Apex, don't play Apex. So for me, it's like, I don't want to be, I've had a content creator call me Walt from Walt Disney as a joke, and I think it's hilarious, and I get it to a point, but I don't like seeing my community turn negative. And we all have our moments, myself included. So if we're gonna do this, we're gonna have fun. Let's have fun. Let's focus on the good things of it. The content, when it does come out, it's amazing. Any of my viewers would tell you they're excited for kickoff promo. We don't know who's coming out. We don't know what cards are going to be brand new. I need to let Mrs. Swain know I need a beer. Babe, I need a beer, please.
Kick the desk.
If I get on the game and I bitch and moan and I complain about it, then it's just going to tell my chat, you know what, you guys bitch and complain
too, right? Yeah.
100%.
So Weekend League's a good example. Weekend League, I don't know if Damien's in chat. Damien will vouch for this. Weekend League is, forgive my language, it's a motherfucker. It is completely separate. They make slight adjustments to it. They make it to where if you have a 90 overall and you're playing 82 overall, it's going to be a close game. It's playing Call of Duty where you have this much health and the other guy has this much health, which I don't think they do that on Call of Duty. But to me, when you're playing Madden Weekend League, it is it's a goddamn demon. It's crazy to me that you'll get into games and you can sense, as long as I've been playing Madden, not everybody agrees with this, but you've heard of DDA, dynamic difficulty adjustment. And the short story is you have a 90 overall team, you're playing an 80 overall team. How the fuck can they compete with you? How can your 92 overall speed wide receiver not burn an 83 corner? It's not mathematically impossible for that to happen. So I understand the process, the business side of it. They have to adjust that. For some reason, whatever it may be, Weekend League is a completely different demon. And I have chosen to, I've made a rule that I don't even know if a lot of my viewers would understand this, that it's actually a real thing, that I will play Weekend League until I lose or until I feel like I'm being cheated, and then I don't stream it anymore. And so since Madden has dropped, I have skipped a lot of stream time on Saturdays and Sundays because I want to play Weekend League and I'm going to get this shit done. But I don't want you guys to see me smashing my fist on the table and kicking the table and yelling and screaming obscenities, because you genuinely feel cheated deep in your heart. You've played this game enough to know the difference. You feel cheated.
I have a question. How would you feel if they worked in a ranking system then, so you only played against teams that were close to your overall?
Well, apparently you do that on head to head, but it doesn't match up. And it to me, like I will play a weekend league game where in the first 3 minutes of the game, I can look at you in the eye and go, Spider, this guy's done. He's toast. He's not going to beat me. And then I play the next game where I'll look you in the eye and say, Spider, this guy's going to beat the shit out of me. This is the bad part. Is the game I go, I should beat this guy. He's not very good, but shit's not going my way. And it doesn't make sense. And that is weekend league in a nutshell. Like, chat will be there. And I strive like you wouldn't believe to keep calm and not be upset about it. But you have a corner like Stephon Gilmore, who will be by himself and read the coverage and go catch the ball and it drops it. And it's like, are you kidding me? I spent 300,000 coins on this card. How did he drop that pass? And there's so many of those situations that only happens in weekend league. It's frustrating. And the thing with weekend league, and I'll shut up because I know we have a lot of questions to ask me. Weekend league, it's so different that when you do really well in weekend league, it's bragging rights, but you get either option of taking coins or taking the card. It's so early in the game. I think this is the last week that I would recommend getting the cards. Pretty soon here, it's coins only. So you're literally just paying it to try to get enough coins that you can, or take the cards, and pretty soon it'll just be all about the coins. So weekend league's kind of going to slowly die off. The difference this year is they took away a lot of the things that people love, the regulars, the diehards, the tryhards, the people that are grinding every day like I am. The House Rules was a really cool. Do you guys know what House Rules is? You probably don't.
I've caught a little bit of your streams with House Rules where they just tweak rules, right? I mean, basically,
it comes out on Tuesday and Wednesday, and they'll have like, you only get 3 downs and it's 1st and 20. You can't kick or punt, or something like that. You only get 3 downs, and they had really good rewards, and they did it every single week, and the whole community loved it. Really fun, and I think everybody looked forward to Tuesdays and Wednesdays. They pulled it. They're still doing it, but only every now and again. So a lot of the regulars are pissed off about it. I don't blame them. I'm one of them. If House Rules is out right now and it's not this week, I'd be stressing like, God damn, I got to play 10 games tomorrow and win all 10. I hope they can pull through and change. They need to do that. They need to fix this stuff. They have time to do it too.
Yeah, they do have plenty of time for that.
You think if it went to ranking, I know you said like head to head, it already sort of does that. Are there enough people playing it where queue times would still stay low enough? Like, where would it take you a while to find an opponent?
I think it would be fine. It just seems like, it's hard for me to say. I mean, I could play somebody 10 times, and if I'm better than them, I'll probably win 9 out of 10 games. But it seems like here lately with Matt and with these adjustments that they're possibly having in the game, that maybe I go 5-5. I mean, it's a joke. Kookie's better than the game he gives himself credit for, but Kookie destroyed me. I had a few drinks. It's no excuse. Like, I was sober enough to where I should have been able to beat Kookie. Kookie destroyed me. I couldn't stop him. And it to me, it was like, it wasn't shocking to me because Kookie's is better than I think he gives himself credit for, but it was like, good Lord, I know what he's doing and I know how to stop it, and it's not working. What the fuck's going on right now? And that's how it felt. The ranking system only makes so much. In weekend league, everyone will tell you that when you get to weekend league in a nutshell, you play 25 games and you try to win as many as you can. And once you get to the 10th game, let me know. I'll keep talking. Let me know if Damien's in chat. Once you get to the 10th, 11th, 12th win, shit gets real. Now you're like, I'm playing the sweatiest, nastiest, try hard son of a bitches who are going to try to glitch me and run cheat plays the entire time. On stream last week and Friday, I wanted to go to sleep. I was tired, and I told Chad, I go, I'm going to play weekend league, and I'll play till I lose.
Motherfucker played like 10 games.
I won 9 games in a row, and then I finally lost my 10th game. I got up the next day, didn't stream, took it serious. At one point, I won, lost. I went back and forth. I was 13-3, and I ended up going 16-7. And it was, if you had seen the games, you would completely understand the format I'm telling you about. Is like you just know it. You just from the first 5 minutes, not even 5 minutes, 3 minutes of the game, you go, yeah, this isn't going to work. I'm going to try my best, but there's something against me, and that's the frustrating part. They have the highest level of what makes somebody good at Madden, and it is so frustrating. You guys probably, if you haven't heard of him, your boy Savage, one of my first big raiders. He's known for being 25-0. He gifted me 25 subs because he goes 25-0 in Weekend League. It was awesome as our Christmas time.
Nice.
He's struggling with the game, and he is like, unless somebody wants to argue me, he's definitely top 1%. He's probably top 0.1% of being good at the game, and he's struggling. He's on my friends list, and it's fumbles. Is the computer's doing hit six now? They've never done before. Like, people that are really good at the game are really frustrated because they're not having that success that they're used to seeing on the game. So it's one of those things.
You guys got any questions for him? I got some more.
I had 2 questions and he answered them. So
Zach,
I wanted
you
to
got
know
anything?
about his community. So
Okay.
he hit it on
I've
the
got a
head.
couple questions from chat. Throw these in before I ask my last few. First of all, see if I can remember who sent it. I think it was Craft Daddy.
Oh,
Craft
God.
Daddy wanted to know, do you, sir, like turtles?
I do like turtles. I like turtles.
Why do you like turtles so much?
Afterburn, we used to have these correlation meetings, is what I called them. Every week I'd get together with them. Back when we had seven viewer average, and how can we improve stream? What are we doing wrong? What can we do better? How can we make this more enjoyable for people? Randomly, I wanted to have commands that people would type, and it's something that really bothers me. I have so many God, what's the word I'm looking for? Regulars in my chat that deserve commands. And that's the thing, is what separates my channel from a lot of other channels is I love my community, man. This is why I do this. This is why I'm able to do this. This is why I can tell Miss Swain, like, yes, I spent $300 in packs, but we made $400 this month, so technically I made $100. It's fine. I want everyone to feel a part of it. And I go into other streams, and I'm not talking about Matt. I'm talking about Twitch in general. I go into so many other streams. If the streamer's watching the screen and not talking to chat, I will leave that quick. If I go in there and I say hello, I'm new here, and literally streamer or none of the other people, the mods, say a word to me, I'm gone that quick. Like, to me, the point of streaming is community. It's not the game you're playing. It's not how good you are. It's not how bad you are. It's literally about community and having fun. Damien said it best one time. I'll never forget this. I don't know if he was in chat, by the way. He said my stream is like going to work, and you get off work and you go to the bar to have a few drinks and relax and unwind and calm down. And you see people that you know and you recognize or you're familiar with, and you can have something in common with, and that really in my heart hit home for me. It's like, you know what? I love the idea of my stream being like a bar that people can come to and be themselves and not have to worry about stupid shit in life and negative shit, stressful stuff. Oh, hi, sis. Real quick. Come here, quickly. Give me a kiss. I love you. Be a good girl. That they can come there and relax and not have to worry about day-to-day stuff. Like, that's why I stream for the most part. I want to get off work. You know, I have my family and I have, you know, all the other stuff in my life, but I want to come home and relax, want to have fun, see everybody's doing. And that's my stream. My stream is Cheers. My stream is Cheers, the TV show. That's what I want.
I just hooked you up there with a sound clip too. But while that was a good answer, you didn't answer my question. Why do you like turtles so much?
It was just a random. I actually have never owned a turtle. I don't really think turtles are that exceptional. It was just a funny video from YouTube.
Gotcha. I actually owned a turtle once. No shit. We picked him up on the highway coming back from Louisiana to Alabama. No, Kentucky. And it was a box turtle, and I named him Flash, like Flash Gordon, because turtles are supposed to be slow. And no shit, this turtle was so fucking fast he ran away.
Aw. I had a
True
turtle
story.
growing up.
Total true story. I love that turtle, man. Man, he got away, and I couldn't find him, and I was kind of heartbroken. Rapid fire,
that's
real
it.
quick. Oh, go ahead.
No, I also had a turtle growing up. I had a common snapping turtle I caught up at my great aunt and uncle's lake. Took him home in a Ready Whip, or not a Ready Whip, in a Cool Whip container, like a little Cool Whip container.
Cool Whip.
Brought him back to the lake in a fucking cooler because that's how big he got.
Damn.
love it.
Nice.
Big ass
huge,
snapping
yeah.
turtle. What was his
Oh, yeah,
name?
we fed him,
Before your
laser.
rapid fire, I did my homework.
Laser.
Did your homework?
Ooh.
You asked me about. I
Easy.
have. How much time do I have? Because I can talk for hours.
Actually, I only have one rapid fire question. Or two.
Okay. So you asked me to look up a game article, and I found some really cool shit. And I have some few things.
Okay.
It's 8:35 on the clock. I'll be done by 8:37.
All right. Well, I was gonna say, let me get two more questions, and then you can hit that.
Sweet.
It didn't sound right. Bama Girl wants to know what brand ketchup you use, Swain.
Heinz is the only brand there is.
You're
Oh, now
goddamn
come on.
right
There's
it is.
Hunt's.
No.
I agree.
No.
Hunts is for.
No.
Never mind.
All right. So, and Tone wants to know, weird question. If Swain could be one superhero in the world, who would it be and why?
That's the best question ever.
Isn't it?
Weird question.
much
Side
time do I
note, he
have
said
to
it was a
think
weird
about
question,
this?
but he got asked that once in an interview and it threw him off.
I think Batman. Only
Why?
because he really doesn't have superpowers. He's just the ultimate detective. But more importantly, that Mrs. Swain would argue this, but I wasn't joking that if we had a son, his name was going to be Bruce, so he would have been Bruce Swain.
Nice.
I've always been a Batman fan just because
Oh.
I think there was a short span where I want to be a detective, and then when I actually matured enough to know what you had to do to be a detective, I was like, "Fuck that! That's way too much college and way too much studying and everything else." But
Damien
Yeah.
says you're lame.
yeah, well, now that Damien's here and I know he's here, Damien, please tell chat what your weekend league. Where were you at with one record on weekend league, and where did you end up? And that will sum up weekend league. Damien confirms what I was saying earlier. You know what, Tone? Let me give that some thought because that's a great question. It's hard to answer in a few seconds. It really is.
What is that? You just answered it.
I did, but I think what he was leaning towards is what superpower would I want. I'm just guessing, but Batman doesn't have a superpower. He's just wicked smart. He's a good detective.
While
And
you're
he has
thinking
a
about
shit
that,
ton of money.
the last thing I wanted to ask you was just a little bit of kind of behind the scenes information. Everybody in here knows that last week you participated in an EA sponsored Twitch event that had some of the better pro players in Madden and some of the biggest Twitch streamers and YouTubers in Madden. So 24 people total, 8 teams. It was teams of 3. For you to be on that list, I remember a long time ago when I first started hanging out with you and watching you, and we were talking about your growth. I looked you up on some website, and it said you were the number 25 at the time Madden streamer on Twitch. And so you broke that top 24 threshold of pros and Twitch streamers and YouTubers and stuff like that. And I think it's kind of indicative of how much you've been growing lately. Tell us how, and they had guys, we're not going to talk too much about the money, but they had a $75,000 prize pool with this thing. Okay, so it was kind of serious shit. How did you get into that? How did that happen? Just give us like a real quick overview of one day you're streaming like everything's normal, and the next day you're like, what the fuck is this?
I think that there are a lot of people who probably deserve to be in that tournament over me, just on the fact of their viewership numbers and how long they've been streaming Madden. I was shocked when I got the message. I can tell you that I got it from Farles, Z Farles, who everyone that watches Madden Twitch streams know who Z Farles is.
And for those that don't know, he works for EA now, and he runs
works
their
for
Twitch
EA.
channel.
I don't know.
He
I don't know
used
his
to.
actual job description there. But
I don't-
like EA streams every morning, Monday through Friday, and he's on there. Like,
Him and
every
Gibbs
Monday through Friday.
used to
S.
write
Gibbs, or
used to
SG Gibbs.
Z Farles and S Gibbs used to write the Prima strategy guides for Madden back in the day, and they also sold like online playbooks. That's how I knew them way before I knew anything about Twitch.
Yeah, I mean, there's literally videos of those guys, and they look like children, and they're slightly older than I am now. I think that, you know, I hate to say it, I just think it's the reality. I think that they probably reached out to a few people, and maybe they weren't available, and so I was on that list somewhere. But I was so grateful that he sent that, and I'm not gonna lie. I mean,
What did he say? Like, how did this contact go?
he literally said, he said, "How are you? How's your evening? I really hope you want to join this tournament. I hope you're available. Here's the tournament. Click on it."
This on Twitch or
This was
Twitter
on
or...
Twitter private message DM, and I responded to him saying, you know, this is really late notice, but I'll have to see if I can get off work. And he said, okay, well, let me know. We'd really like you to be in there. And I sent the forward to, you're in that Twitter DM with the other guys, and is like, I didn't realize how important it was until you guys had responded to that. I was like, oh shit, maybe this is important. Miss Swain read the message from him, and she's like, you are doing this tournament.
This dude was not going to take off of work. He was afraid to take off of work for it. I'm like, really there's no question. There's a family emergency. I got to go.
But ultimately, at the reading that, to me, it was like, this isn't just about me. This is about my community. Like, this is fun for everybody. And I really didn't even ask chat like how much fun they had, but like, how cool is that? Like, we've all been part of this community, and now I'm on here. Like, this is cool. This is crazy. And so I think the biggest thing for me is if I told him no or didn't get off work, it's kind of like, I'm not interested. It's not important to me. It's very important to me.
Probably never ask you again, too.
Yeah. And I mean, I would have done it without the money. And I think I told you guys the story earlier. I didn't realize that I was actually getting money for it until like 10 minutes before the actual thing started. I had no idea that we were getting money for it. And I would have done it for free anyway, just to have the exposure and the fun of everybody else being able to enjoy it. But I have reached out to Farles once before when they were doing these Madden code drops. I literally sent him a message saying, I'm not asking for anything, but if you can, I have a really wonderful community, and I have some people who are less fortunate. They can't go out and buy a game like it's no big deal. Like, they literally have to budget to buy a $60 game. And if there's any chance of you doing that, show up in my stream. And I don't know if it was him or whoever it was, but they came into stream and they dropped some codes, and then they whispered me 3 codes, and that it's really nice to be able to give back to the community. You know, I've had some content creators I won't name that are pissed off that I do giveaways on my channel. When I have a community like the community I have, where, you know, we literally have months where I get donated $500 in donations and bits, I will give $250 of that back right to the community that easy. And it upsets people. It's like, I don't do this for money. You know, would I like to make a couple $100 a month? Yeah. Not every month do I make that. There's numerous months where I don't even actually make money, but I don't care. As long as we're having fun and we're pushing forward, like, that's all I care about. But to see that I won the amount of money that I won, you bet your ass I'm giving at least 25% of that back to the community. In 50, I think it's 55 days, we're going to have some crazy ass giveaways on my stream. And the thing I love about giveaways, I'm not on Twitter pushing giveaways.
Nope.
I'm not. My headline a year ago would have. My headline does not say huge giveaway in stream today. We gave away a fucking Michael Vick the other day because one of my viewers was so kind enough and generous enough to say, I'm done with the game. I want to play basketball. This is for your community.
And I just want to say, like, as a streamer, it's so important what you just said, because you put that on the Twitter, it's out there to bring people for views. I'm going to do a giveaway. I'm giving away a Vic. I'm giving whatever you're giving away. That's generally designed to suck in the viewers, right?
Yeah.
these giveaways, and he does them every fucking night without even really talking about it. It's just boom, I'm doing a giveaway, and he starts the raffle and people start entering. It's for people that are already there, and that's to me, that's the way it should be done. So yeah, go ahead.
There are a few names I won't name. There's very rare occasion that some guys will come into stream. They're never there. They don't donate a dime. They don't donate hardly any time. They'll win a giveaway, but most of the time it is the regulars who are winning it, and it's awesome. And you'll notice that when people win in my stream, you'll see, like, this is the kind of shit that I love about this, man. Like, you will see when somebody wins a giveaway, you'll see 5, 10, 15 people, GG, good job, congrats, well deserved. You'll see that in my chat. Like, that's priceless to me. That kind of thing.
Awesome. All right, does anybody else have any other questions? No. All right, you had some news stories. Do we have news stories? First, we're going to talk about news real quick, rapid fire news. Then we're going to talk about D&D.
Okay.
So, oh shit. And then we're going to get off of here.
I'm going to throw my news out real quick. I don't have anything huge, but I'm going to hit the bathroom after that.
Go for it.
So we can talk about D&D. Someone crunched the numbers and figured out how big Cyberpunk 2020 or 2070 City is going to be. It will be 1.5 times larger than Grand Theft Auto.
Do you know that I almost spoiled that for you, like I did the other news story a couple weeks ago?
Did you?
I remember seeing it, and then I realized that you were the one that posted it in the chat. I'm like, oh, because I was going to say that you would be unhappy about it because you're not this big open world guy,
I'm not, but I think in a city area it might be a little bit more understandable for me than just walking around out in the open, just because of the condensed nature of the content. Then, you know what I mean? It
depends on how many of those buildings you can actually go into.
Yeah, that's true. We'll see when we get there. I just love the aesthetic so much that I'm pumped for it. But yeah, what was it? 130 square kilometers or something like that?
Something pretty ridiculous. Yeah, I think it's more than that.
Is slightly smaller than Witcher 3's, but not significantly.
That's with DLC, right?
Yes. So coming out big.
Great.
But yeah, I'm pumped for it. I can't wait for that game.
All right. What else you got?
I'll be back.
He'll be back. Nugget, what you got?
Sorry.
The only thing I had was I think we talked a little bit about it, and Swain's community will probably murder me for saying this, but I've always like not liked the whole gambling. I feel gambling aspect that EA puts in there, but this whole 2K20 thing where they actually have a slot machine in their game for what you can win and a wheel.
Oh my god,
is straight up fucking crazy. Like, that is 100% gambling. Like, I don't even know how you walk away from that.
I know what you're saying, and I don't disagree with you, but at the same time, I think that if you played more Madden, I don't think that you would think it's really as different from Madden. It just it's presented in a different way. It looks different, but it's still the same bullshit.
But at least I see where Madden, when you watch, like, I don't know if you guys watched that thing that I posted with, like, where they went in front of this panel and they talked about how it wasn't gambling. How does 2K20 walk in front of a panel and say that's not gambling?
That's not a slot machine. That's a chance modifier.
Yeah, I don't know how you walk away from that. And Peggy 18. Saying this game is for anybody 3 and up.
Yeah. Well, the ESRB ratings, if you have simulated gambling, it should be. I think the age listing is 16 or 18 plus.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry, you cannot convince me ever that it's not simulated gambling. Not only that, it's fucking real gambling. Yeah, it's a wheel of fun. It's not simulated even. It's real. Half the shit
has a little handle that pulls down. I mean, it's everything.
The problem is, like, if you were able to do everything with money, with currency that you earn in game through playing, I got no problem with it whatsoever. But when they start locking content off and say you can get this gold pack with $5, or you can get this gold pack with 500,000 coins that you earn from playing the game, I got no problem with that. But when they say you can get this gold pack for $5, and you can get this gold pack for $500 of coins you earn in the game, or 500,000 coins you earn in the game. But you can get this super gold pack for $10, and you can't buy it by anything you can do in the game. I got a problem with that. And Madden does it. They didn't start doing it until a couple years ago, and 2K does it too, and it's bullshit. As long as you can earn everything in game, I don't have a problem with it. But when you start locking packs out to just being money, man, I have a hard time supporting it.
I have some serious thoughts on this for a lot of reasons, because I'm a money spent guy on Madden. To what you're saying, yes, I understand that there are some cards you can only get by spending real money. However, you can spend coins that you can earn to buy those cards. So if people are going to buy them,
If they can put them on the the auction house,
they're always on the trade block. The other thing is, when it comes to Madden, or let's just take Madden out of the equation. Let's talk about video games. Would you guys ever spend a dime? Wes, you're out of this equation. You won't spend money on any game. Would you guys ever spend money? Spider's great for this. Would you ever spend real money to buy something on Apex?
No.
A costume, a gun? Never?
Nope. Not
Neither
once.
would I. I think it is an absolute waste. I would never understand that. Fortnite is even worse.
I've had the season pass of Fortnite every year, or every season.
I would never.
I only bought it
spend money
once,
on that.
and then you earn it for free pretty much every time you play if you play it enough.
But the thing is, with these games and the cosmetic type stuff, it's like, why would you buy that? But at the same time, why would you go and spend $50 on a steak at a steakhouse? Why would you spend $25 to go into the movie theaters? Why would you spend $150 going to Great America for the day? It's like anything else in life. If you don't do it, you're not going to understand the value that other people see in doing something, right? For me as a content creator and the amount of fun I have in Madden, spending $1,000 on packs is nothing.
I will say I don't disagree with that, in that I think that in a way, I understand why someone in your position can do that. However, and at the same time, I feel like the company that makes the game, EA, is banking on 30 and 40 and 50 of you to go out and do that every week to fuel those sales, because you're putting it out there. Everybody's watching it, and everybody's seeing all this crazy shit getting bought that they wouldn't be able to buy on, themselves. So then they go out and they try to do a little, something close to that. So
this is daytime. Lagunitas. This is more for Sasquatch. Sasquatch, let me see your bottle, bub.
Ugh.
What kind of bourbon you drinking tonight?
It's a Basil Hayden. It's been down here.
Oh God,
This is the
Nice.
sipping one. I don't chug
good
this
stuff.
So.
Yeah. How much was that bottle?
If I remember, I want to say it was in the 40s or 50s.
That's probably
$50.
$45, $50 fit.
So he spent $40-$50 on a bottle of bourbon or whiskey, one or the other. You could get Wild Turkey. It does the same thing. You can get Kessler. It does the same thing. It's
$8.
It's crazy to me. Well, this shit's expensive. Let me tell you. It's crazy to me that it's really easy to judge what people are spending their money on. But at the end of the day, if they're having fun doing it, let them do what the fuck they want. I understand.
Oh no, my thing's more leaning towards the whole. We've had a discussion about before on the podcast of like it being a mental health issue. I'm not saying an adult, like you're a grown ass man and you're buying those packs. That's what you like to do. I'm an adult. I do this. I buy the whiskey, but we don't have 3-year-olds going out and buying whiskey. And I guess my thing is more the mental health of
I understand
a young kid growing up and getting those gambling tendencies.
And I want to bring something else up with that I see and I complained about a bunch at work today. Have you noticed all the clearly gambling things targeted towards kids? All these blind boxes, go in, collect all 20 of these collectibles, but they come in a box and you don't know what they
mystery
are.
boxes.
The mystery boxes, they're grooming kids to spend money blindly on things to collect them like you wouldn't believe. And then it extends into video games. So they're not playing video games until they're 7 or whatever, but then that stuff's present right there on the back heels of it.
Yeah.
And so much of it is built into the video game content to begin with. Like, go and spend your money on your video game, then go out and buy this Fortnite blind box. Hope you get the stuff that you like from the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess I've never really explained myself to what I guess where I'm getting at with that. Like, I don't have a problem with anybody doing it. Like you said, it is
Targeting
fun, and
the
that's
younger
what we.
audience.
Yeah, I just worry about why can't we either put the label on that for the older audience, or take that piece of it out, or maybe even lock it out. Like, you have to prove, which we all know people will lie. We all know kids will lie and they'll say that they're a certain age or whatever. It's going to happen. You can't fix everything, but just wish they would just own up to it and be like, yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, and I think that's the enjoyment of it. I don't remember the card. It came out 3 weeks ago or something, but I know you guys aren't big Madden guys, but Legend bundles come out every week on Saturday mornings at 7:30 a.m. West Coast time.
How do you fucking know that?
Everyone that plays Madden knows that. Ask chat; they'll tell you. 7:30 a.m. every Saturday.
I fail.
It's Legends. You're on the screen at 7:28 my time. You're on the screen going, did the Legends drop? Did the Legends drop?
So you can start buying packs.
Well, yeah, I mean, a lot of people do buy the Legends packs. It's the best time to get a good card. And the thing is that this card came out. I think it was Lawrence Taylor. And somebody in my chat said, "You just spent $100 and didn't get them." I go, "Yeah, but we got really good cards. We'll get coins, whatever." And I asked chat, I'll never forget this. 5 years from now, I won't forget this. I said to chat, I go, "Would you guys spend $100 on Lawrence Taylor?" And 90% of chat said, "Nope." And everyone in the fucking community is spending more than $100 to try to pull him, knowing if you could spend $100 right now to have LT in your team, would you do it? I would have done it that quick. So it's funny, and I understand what you guys are saying, and I agree with you to a large extent that I think it's the thought of being able to say, like, I pulled Lawrence Taylor out of a pack. But if you could buy him for $100, most people would be like, that is so dumb. I would never spend $100 on a Madden card. But people are spending hundreds to try to pull a card, and most people don't pull it. I pulled Michael Vick last week. It's the most expensive card I've ever seen in Madden. And I would have probably spent $200. If I could buy Michael Vick LTD last week for $200, I probably would have done it. And I guarantee you, most of my community right now would say I wouldn't spend $200 on Michael Vick, but a lot of people spent. I saw people spending $300, $400, $500 to pull him. They didn't pull him. So it's funny, and I think I understand what you're saying for the younger audience and people that maybe have mental issues or addictive personalities. That it's a really bad thing to be able to have the opportunity to pull Vick. But I think that's the enjoyment of it. Did you guys watch the clip? I know Wes did. Did Spider and Sasquatch?
When you pulled it,
me, a 40-year-old man literally jumping around like a goddamn rabbit in this room. I was so excited. You can't. That was worth $1,000. I literally did victory laps around my.
It was pretty magical.
Nice.
I think that's the fun of it, and that's the first LTD I've pulled all year. I watched Kookie pull 400 or 500 in packs to try to pull Bo Jackson. It didn't happen. James P actually pulled him. He was super excited, but they have really toned that down this year. If they do get to a point where there's no loot boxes, I think they can get away with doing that, where they'll have a card like an LT or a Vic, and they'll have a set price for him. This is what he cost. If you want him, you can buy him for this price. I think they lose
like money only, or
money only.
Ooh, that would be
or
worse.
They'll have LT, Vic, and Patrick Mahomes this week. Mahomes is a bad example in that group, but it doesn't matter. You buy a pack for $25 or $50, and you get to pick one of those three. So if you want to spend $75, you can have all three, or you can spend coins to get them. I think it ruins a lot of the games. EA would be in a lot of trouble, especially for like we talk about Madden, and nobody ever talks about FIFA. FIFA is like 1,000 times bigger than Madden. It's 1,000 times bigger than NBA. And I think the younger generation compared to maybe people our age I like the grind of it. I like spending hours upon hours. If I'm playing a game, I have to see advancement. I have to see that I'm putting in work.
I wouldn't mind that if it was a free game, like Candy Crush. You play for what, 30 minutes, and then you can pay for $5 and keep playing, or you can wait for 2 hours and play some more.
Have you ever spent money on Candy Crush?
Fuck no, I never played that shit. But I'm just saying, there's free to play games that are good games that kind of own this model. And I mean, this is an argument that we could do like ad nauseum. That, you know, but the amount of money that you guys have to spend to be competitive, to get what you want, and it's not everybody. Like, I don't get what I want out of it, so I'm disappointed because I'm not going to spend more money than I paid for the fucking game for the chance to get a good card and the likelihood that I get a bunch of cards that I'm going to fucking piss off and get nothing for. While EA takes all my money and puts it right in their fucking pocket going, you dumbass.
Yeah, but I mean, it goes back to if you enjoy doing it,
there is that.
If this is the thing, if you spend $200 on bundles and at the end you go, goddamn fucking company, I wasted all my money, you're doing it for the wrong reasons. I will spend 200 in packs and go, damn, that sucks, but we still got really good cards out of it. It's all the mindset. Total side note, I have a no money spent Bears theme team. It's an 81 overall. You should see what I do to other teams on Madden. I will show you on stream, Wes. You have my word. I will ruin people's days with that 81 overall. Having a high overall, it helps, but I think it's all mentality. You can win games with a really shit team. It's kind of funny how it works out that way. That's that DDA I was telling you about.
Nice. All right, Nugget, do you have any more news that's going to send us off on a 20-minute conversation?
Nope. That's what it was there for. Take that.
All right,
Swain. I know you got some stories you wanted to talk about.
It's 9:00 sharp. Give me till 9:02. This is the first thing I want to show you. And I have some really funny stuff. You guys know Rush, my dog. He's my best friend. He passed away. I have a security camera. I just installed it about a month ago. This showed up on my image, and for whatever reason, it flashes and it's gone. Now, I've been drinking. Goddamn ghost. See, I'm talking about him.
I'm telling you, this is a haunted podcast. You guys don't even know.
I took a picture and I circled it. Does that not look like my freaking dog in the picture that flashed for a quick second and then he's gone? Does that not look like my freaking dog?
Creepy.
Yeah, man, that looks like your dog, dude.
That's fucking creepy.
What the fuck? I had to take a picture of it. That's totally not game related.
That doesn't matter.
Okay.
We talk about everything.
Nugget, what'd she break?
This is
shut the door.
This is a PlayStation controller. Tell me the buttons right here. What are the buttons, guys?
X, O.
I know.
Hold on. I've been drinking right here.
X, O, triangle, and square.
Anybody else have a different answer?
Well, I'd call that circle, not O.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
X, circle. Yeah, circle for sure.
Any other answers?
No. I want to see where this is going.
This button on the bottom. You ready for this? Mind blown. That is not an X. That is a cross. It's a triangle, square, circle, and a cross. I did my homework. This is how much I've been drinking tonight. I went to click full screen. I'm used to clicking full screen when I have a serious topic. So, fun news for you guys. It is confirmed by PlayStation. That is not an X. It's a cross. If you think about it, it makes sense. These are things I want to talk about really quick. I've already gone over 902. There was going to be a Walking Dead game. It's not coming out now. I'm really pissed off about it. The company name is Overkill. Payday 2 was an absolute amazing game. I don't know if you guys played it. I freaking love that game. They were going to come out of The Walking Dead. It got canceled indefinitely. Payday 3 is on its way. Watch out. That game's going to be awesome.
Get my clown mask ready.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can't read my writing there, so I'll come back to that. Friday, I don't know how we haven't talked about this. You guys probably did. Borderlands 3 comes out. I'm not getting it. It saddens me tremendously. The reality is, if I get Borderlands 3, I'm not going to stream it. You guys won't see me for weeks.
Yeah, right.
I hope one of you guys are getting that game.
No, absolutely.
And then the last thing I had was Last of Us 3. I stream Madden. I very rarely stream anything other than Madden. When Last of Us 3 comes out, selfishly, sorry, 2. Why did I write 3?
Borderlands 3.
Borderlands 3. We'll give it to you.
I actually wrote Handsome Jack.
Collection.
I swear to you, I wrote Handsome Jack. See him on there?
Uh-huh.
As my reminder. When Last of Us 2 comes out, If I have 3 average viewers, I will be streaming that game. I cannot
Do
wait
it.
for the game. That was my game homework. That was my
Well,
game.
You're
One
gonna have to
good
break.
preview.
You're gonna have to branch out at some point anyway, dude.
I'm playing Last of Us 2. I cannot wait. I'm so excited.
Stream that shit, please.
I got one
Yeah.
last question. And then we're gonna get into some D&D talk. Damien wants to know how you feel about Madden offering Tfue $140,000 to play Madden last weekend instead of putting the money back into the community. Now, apparently, he declined. Now, I don't know anything about this. I haven't heard anything about this, so I'm just kind of passing the question along. Do you know anything about that, and how do you
I
feel
do.
about
It
it?
was well known. It was well known around the. My only bitch about that is somebody the size of Tfue. They should have offered more money.
Right? How are they going
Uh,
to grab him for $140,000?
Right. I mean, he could probably make that in a day streaming. So, to me, the more people, Wes, you talked about it being a free game. I would love Madden to be a free game to play. They make enough money in the content that it would bring in some random people. Maybe, dare I say, somebody like Sasquatch Nugget would probably play Madden if it
For
was
sure,
free.
for
I
sure.
probably would. I'd fucking run around and go every day.
To me, it's like the more people that play this game, the more exposure we have this game. Spider, you said earlier we had 1,300 people watching Madden. Somebody like Tfue plays a game. Maybe there's people out there that go, man, I haven't played Madden in 5 years. I had no idea it was
They'd
like
have
this
at least
anymore."
100,000 viewers, no doubt.
For sure. So
It's just because you're not on playing right now, Swain. That's why the numbers are so low.
Yeah, they're missing my 54 average. To me, it's like if the more people that play this game, the better it is for the community. I love seeing. There was a guy streaming back in, oh God, what was it? It was back in May or June, way before the last game came out. And this sumbitch had like 33,000 viewers. And I had a few people say, this guy's using bots. The reality was he wasn't. He was just some big name streamer that decided I'm going to play Madden for whatever reason. And there was 33,000 people watching him play Madden. So if we could get a few big name streamers streaming this game, it would be huge. I brought up the point last year. I actually donated $20 to him. It's the first time I've ever donated money to a stranger. It was Tim the Tap Man. I donated $20 and said, play me in Madden. LOL JK. And he literally said, I would love to play Madden, or I'm Tim the Tap Man. I got a deep voice. Whatever he said was like basically like, I would love to play Madden, but I got too much other stuff going on. And it was kind of like this like whoa moment, like, what the fuck? Can you imagine if Tim the Tap Man actually said, yeah, I'm going to play you in Madden right now? How much exposure the game would get in seconds? And then Lupo, I actually he was on my friends list for the longest time on my other name. I used to play against him a lot in Destiny. We actually beat him once. I don't know how. But I used to be a regular in his stream. And I asked him to play Madden one time. And he actually said, if I ever play Madden, it'll be off stream. But just let me know. One of these days I'll play against you. And that was like probably 3 years ago. And I thought about going back into his stream. But at this point, it's like he probably doesn't know who I am anymore. But like the thought of that as Lupo playing against me in Madden, how much exposure the game would get, I think it would just better the community. It's not going to happen, but somebody like Tfue to play this game, a couple big names, it's just going to help everybody else. How many people out there don't know about Madden? Pascal's a good example. Pascal has no fucking idea what Madden's about. He doesn't even watch football, but he's hung out on my stream a few times. So if we can get,
He knows what football's all about.
oh yeah, if I can get
Football Americana.
football Americana, if we can get 1,000 people like me to have one Pascal, that's 1,000 more people that might be interested in watching Madden. It just helps everybody. But yeah, since they didn't spend that 140K, they can give it to us. I agree with Damien.
Excuse me. Sweet. All right, so we're going to transition over now to the new D&D portion of the show. Did we play last week? We didn't play last week.
No.
No, it was the week before.
Right. So the last time we played was the third time we all played, and the adventure got real. So I'm gonna let the people that know more about D&D talk about this shit. Zach and
I want
TJ,
to
you
hear
guys
it from
take it
your
away.
guys' perspective. You guys are the one experiencing
I
what I'm
mean,
making up.
Horus, the half elf, fucking warlock, wrecks shit. That's all I know. I'm still learning. I'm learning to wreck shit, but sometimes I make some. Yeah, sometimes I make some bad decisions.
What? That guy's on his knees over there dying. Let's just slit his throat.
Sometimes I'm too lazy to change my mind after it's been made up, and I find out information that I didn't have prior to that. And sometimes I just like to talk people out of things, and it doesn't work. But what I'm finding is that what I'm really good at is fucking people up and finishing off baddies. And so I feel like I've been doing a lot of that, and I don't know about that. But no, I can fucking lightning the shit out of some people with my Eldritch Blast and some other flaming hands.
Burning hands
destroys zombies like 9 at a time. Apparently,
you roasted 10 of them. I think
10 at once.
Full 10 at once. That was pretty good. Yeah. You saved
and
the day.
It was nice like work too, because Intos threw up a barrier that caught these 10 zombies in it, and then flaming hands burned the shit out of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm telling you guys,
I didn't fall asleep.
Anything nerdy like this, you need to do it at least once. That was a no drinking night, I think.
There was some drinking. I don't think no one got shit faced like every other time.
Yeah.
The other two
times. Isn't it crazy though? Both the other times that we got shit faced, Rogar, my character, did adventuring stuff, but this time he goes out to be the hero. He's wanting to save his people from this impending doom. And the only way I can describe the way Rogar went out, I have some flying shoes. We flew out.
Motherfucker can fly.
This. But just picture, have you watched the old Robin Hood with Kevin Costner and Morgan Freeman? And they go up on the wall, and Morgan Freeman puts together this scope, hands it to Kevin Costner, who looks through it and draws his sword and tries to poke. That's what I pictured Rogar, just going out to sort of poke this impending doom.
What was this thing, Zach?
We don't know. We don't know what it is.
But you know what it is.
I will tell you this.
But I want that to influence what you guys might look up about the game, and then have some ideas about what's going on before.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, just don't poke the bear. It was one too many times. Rogar is eager to jump headfirst into every fight, and he took it to this. Not anymore. I think. Well,
motherfucker was like, "For Frodo."
Yeah. If I was the ring, I was thrown into the fire. I was obliterated by one hit from whatever this was.
Disintegrated by a disintegration ray.
Dust.
Dust to dust.
Dust.
Sad days for Rogar. I got him up to a level 2, and yeah.
Rip.
Yeah,
I'm having
F's in chat for Sasquatch Nugget.
I'm telling you guys, if you all have never done anything nerdy like this, try it once. It is enjoyable.
I tell you what,
just use your imagination.
I talked a bunch of shit in my head when we started talking about it, and I used to make fun of people that played it in high school or middle school, and I never in a million years thought that I would play Dungeons and Dragons. It's so fun. Now, it might be more fun because I stream it. It might be more work because I stream it, because sometimes I don't get to pay attention to the story that's being told, and I miss details here and there. It's uncanny fun. It's ridiculous how fun it can be.
And you can make it as fun as you want.
It's like if you like Skyrim, it's like it's kind of like Skyrim without the limitations set on by the developers. There are rules. There are a set of rules that you have to follow, but
the limitation.
It's like if you had Skyrim and could craft your own story differently every time you played it. It's just a lot of fun. I'm surprised at how much fun it is. And he ate a brownie once.
Now I understand what it's like if I try to tell Spider or Nugget how to make Odell Beckham out of the superstar stat in Madden.
There you go.
Use training points, and I get it, boys.
Welcome to slam all those cards in there, right? And he just pops out.
It's really easy to make Odell Beckham, I promise you.
Says the guy with the third series Magic the Gathering set that he gave away.
This is true.
Same universe, by the way. Now they've merged them together.
Really?
The Magic the Gathering universe is now integrated into the Forgotten Realms
So
universe.
one day we might see a stranger
That's
traveling down a
where,
road, and his name would be Swain.
Yeah, that's where Shai's character, his race comes from. The elephant race is from Ravnica, the plane that the Magic the Gathering people are from. Pretty cool. I'm having a blast with it too. I hope you guys realize how much fun I'm having running this for you and coming up with ideas and throwing you all into the meat grinder.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. I'm pretty sure there's twice we've thrown you into the meat grinder. I feel sometimes we say things and do things because you guys got to understand when you say something out loud, sometimes those things happen. And yeah, we've done some stuff we probably wasn't supposed to do. And I think we broke Zach a couple
The first
times.
time, definitely.
We broke him. We had to go. Good thing we had a whole month off from the next time because he had to get us back on track. That train
Now, is D&D a card game?
No.
Okay.
It's a tabletop role-playing game. So you can get more tactical with it, which I'm thinking about doing, where you can have a grid down, so you can move your characters around and have the limitations that combat would put on you, and be more tactical about what you do in like an XCOM fashion. But for now, we're just playing in our brains.
Is there a part of the game where you can play or do something to like defeat your opponent's good card or something? Not card, but basically what I'm getting at is if Sasquatch streams D&D and he defeats his opponent and goes, bleh, I will donate 500 bits every time he does it. And defeats his opponent.
Shit.
Oh man, I mean, you get to I come up with the bad guys and put them in situations to face them, and they fight them like it's Skyrim. They roll dice to see if they hit. They roll dice to see the damage they deal. They roll dice to see if their spells affect the bad guys, and the bad guys roll dice to see if it doesn't affect them. And
it's crazy with D&D. Like you get one or the other. You get people that say, "I never thought I'd like it and I love it," or you played it before. Well, how do you know it's dorky? You've never played it before. But man, the people that like it, like every person I met that's played it, seems to absolutely love it.
Yeah,
it's great.
Which reminds
you can
me,
have ups and downs with the dungeon masters that you find, whether they fit your style or not. But I'm a firm believer at this point that there's a DM out there for every single person.
Yeah.
It reminds me, we were just real quick. So we've got things in our inventory.
Yes.
Like gauntlets.
You're responsible for that.
Can I put those on and adjust my stats accordingly, or what?
Mm-hmm.
Well, motherfucker.
Yeah, I think you drank too much that night. So.
I think you were kind of on.
Yeah, I told him I had my gauntlets on and my flying boots. He's like, "You can't use that yet." I was like, "Yes, I can. I've already implemented it." He's like, "We're not high enough level."
No, like, that's not a thing.
Get out of here! I'm wearing my fucking gauntlets. I raided that chest. They're mine.
Hell, I might be even stronger the next time we play. Okay,
but good. You guys got left on that black screen.
Yeah, I don't know. Is there a next time? You might need a new character. I know some of us do.
Shit, you do.
Rogue.
I don't know about us yet.
Nope.
Everything faded to black or to white or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was nothing.
Nothing. All right, so I think that'll cover the D&D portion. What's left? Do we have anything left?
I got weird and wacky news, and they're pretty. I got 3 of them. One just came requested by Hot Gamer Chick.
All right.
Yeah, they're quick. These are quick.
Lay it out.
They're really just reads. So the first one actually came from Tyler, or Deckard, for those of you all that know him by that name.
Also known as Corbin Multe.
Yeah, Corbin. So he put a thing in our chat. So a former Phoenix FBI agent said that when he raided a biological resource center, he observed several unsettling scenes. So this biological resource center was raided, and they had taken dismembered limbs from corpses and sewed them together like Frankenstein. So they literally walked in where they had found, like, we'll just say a white arm on a black chest and a woman's head on a man's body, and they were all sewn together. What in the kind of fucked up shit is that?
And
Where
they were
was
just
this?
selling these body parts to people too, if I'm not mistaken. Like they were selling these body parts to people overseas, and random shit. They were supposed to be bodies donated. For
Here, take
medical
this dick sewn onto an anus.
Oh, they said they found buckets of dicks.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's your new word for bag of dicks, but somebody got hit with a bucket of dicks.
Bees of bees. Was there any moths flying around or butterflies?
They didn't mention it.
Why?
Or maybe Culizaris Goodbye Horses playing in the background?
Oh,
male torsos without genitalia. Oh God.
One specifically said they had clearly cut a head off of one body and sewed a head onto it that was too small for its body size.
I thought I was going to get the bad one out of the way and not laugh about it, but could you imagine walking in and just a little tiny head on a big body?
Beetlejuice.
It was like fucking Chris Farley walking around. Oh God. Yeah, so that's that one. So I started off with the gory. I thought was going to be sort of somber, sad, but it turned out to be funny anyways. Because that's who we are. So the next one, these hit a little dear and close to my heart because I love when karma catches up with little people and assholes. I think they deserve it. This one came out of. Who the fuck cares? You could just pretend like it came out of your neighborhood. I don't fucking care. So a guy parks his truck across the street from a gas station, runs in to rob said gas station. Police are called, comes out only to find his truck has been stolen that he left running out on the street. Take that, asshole. So he ended up getting busted because he had no getaway ride. So I just thought that one was pretty good.
Did they catch the people that stole the truck?
Do they care to at that point?
I mean, I wouldn't. I'd be like, oh, sorry about your luck. I didn't read that far down into it because I just enjoyed the fact that somebody got their truck stolen while they were committing a robbery. No, the vehicle has still not been located.
Oh,
they are asking the public for assistance. There you go.
Chucky
We're not
darn.
going to use detective work. We're going to just ask the public. I would put it on Facebook. Have you seen my truck?
They need Batman.
Yeah. So then last but not least, I guess if you're ever going to die, do it while on the clock. So apparently a businessman was on a business trip and he had a nice little sexcapade in his hotel room, had a heart attack and died. And a jury has now awarded that it was a workplace accident.
What?
Yeah.
What was his work? Male gigolo? How do you get insurance for that shit?
Parisian railroad construction.
It's not the kind of railroad I'm thinking about, but
right.
Oh, I'm wondering. I should have read more into this. I'm wondering if they're not going after. Apparently, it was a adulterous.
He wasn't laying.
No, it just says. Yeah, he wasn't.
He was laying pipe.
Yeah.
Maybe the train was there.
I mean, it just says it was a. It says it was a random, complete stranger that he was having sex with. So they're awarding his wife, I guess, his benefits from dying on the job.
All right.
If there was more than one person there, you could have been pulling a train.
So that was it. That one came from Gamer Chick. Like I said, the last one about a married man's death being a workplace accident, and wasn't even at work. Man, what am I doing wrong?
Living.
I need to get out more workplace adventures. Apparently,
I think we have plenty of workplace adventures. I don't want one like that.
Yeah, no.
All right, guys.
Don't need a dead Sasquatch.
So, does anybody have anything else for anybody? Are we all dried up?
I'm pretty dried up.
Like a bag of prunes or a bucket of dicks.
A bucket of dicks.
Yeah, they're pretty dry.
In my mind, those are still pretty meaty.
All right.
The only thing I'll tell you guys in chat is if I post on Twitter tomorrow at, say, 8:15 a.m., it means good news. If I don't post on Twitter, keep you in my thoughts.
Damn.
No.
All
Get him
right.
out
I got
there.
that.
Well,
I got that big doctor's appointment tomorrow.
I think you're gonna be fine, buddy. Hey,
I'm sure I will.
I would like to propose the big question. Would we have openings in the future if you feel so inclined, sir? Would you be willing to come back and co-host again?
Yeah, if you guys enjoyed me, absolutely. This was
Awesome.
a blast.
Awesome. All right. So there it is, chat. He will be back. So and we're gonna hold him to it. So anyway,
Oh yeah, we are.
you guys, we are live every Tuesday night, most of the time, on Twitch TV/WestmanY2K until
Saturdays.
Ooh, and
D&D.
Saturdays we do the D&D, baby. Yes. I'm going to start putting those D&D sessions up on YouTube and podcast type shit. So I really need to get to doing that. But in the meantime, you guys can find the podcast on Spotify, on iTunes, on Google Play. Anchor is where it's hosted originally. You can download all 40 of our shows and listen to them at any point. Go on there, go to iTunes, leave us a review, and tell your friends about it. Tell anybody that you think would enjoy the podcast. Let us know. Help us grow this shit because I feel like we put out a good product. It's important
I'm
to
okay
me.
with you lying to him.
Damn. This podcast is my baby. I love it. So yeah, this is when you see me streaming, that's fun, like shit when I'm playing games and stuff. But this show is what's important to me, and I'd like to see it grow. And so there's some things that I need to do for that, but you guys could help too if you would. It would be great. Otherwise, yeah, that's your homework, chat. Listen. So
And watch Black Christmas,
and
the 1974 version that's free on
YouTube.
YouTube. Just YouTube, Black Christmas 1974, and the Blu-ray rips up there. And has been for 2 years, so I don't think it's getting taken down anytime soon.
It'll be there for a while. But that's going to be it for us tonight, guys. We will be here next Tuesday, 10 p.m. That good for you all?
Pretty sure.
All right. Sounds good. So, guys, thank you all for hanging out with us in chat. Gentlemen, thank you all for hanging out with me. And
yes, thank you, Swain.
we will see you
Yes,
all.
Thank you guys. That was fun. Thank you.
We will see you all next week. Everybody say bye.
Bye.
See you.
Bye, Shane. Bleh.